Okay, we're back from more of these FGO. Moving on. Returning back to Oxford or probably Londinium under attack. Anyway, let's jump right into Final Night. And I think I might be able to finish the rest of the Act 2 before Act 3 to wrap up for a conclusion that will be released on July 10th. Wow, back from New Darlington in only half a day? That must be a new record. We really are lucky to have Retrobit and that brand new wagon he got for us. It's good to be back, Oberon. I see you're still in high spirits. That's great. I feel more hopeful for our future prospect than ever. Welcome back from Orkney, everyone. I'm glad to see you all alive and well. Guess you here, Percival? Where's Gareth? Oh, right. Londinium. That's a shame, but it's also understandable. Thanks for taking care of Oxford, Percival. It couldn't have been easy to conquer a city with walls like that. Oh no, I could never have done it without Artoria. We asked for peaceful negotiations several times after we surrounded the city, but they refused to listen. We were just settling in for a protracted battle when we heard Orkney's bell ring out. That boosted the Round Table Army's morale and sent the Oxford soldiers into a panic. Percival's just being modest. Even without Orkney's bell, he could have taken the city in a few days. It's not just Fang Clan fairies living in Oxford. There are Earth and Wind Clan fairies too. And their frustrations alone had the whole city on edge, like a bomb just waiting to go off. They were more resentful of the Fang Clan than they were afraid of the Round Table Army surrounding them. So thanks in part to that internal pressure, the Fang Clan had a change of heart. They weren't serving Morgan because they truly believed in her. It was really only Woodrose who was devoted to her. But now that he's fallen, and without a leader to take his place, they honestly didn't know what to do anymore. I see. So that's why the negotiations worked. Still, how did those talks actually go? I mean, the Fang Clan is literally optimized for combat. I can't imagine they'd be too eager to form a peaceful alliance. That's true. Even putting the Round Table Army aside, we've seen a lot of fairies among the volunteer soldiers with their own grudges against the Fang Clan. In particular, a number of Woodrose's officers have been plundering nearby villages, and we've had a lot of requests from fairies wishing to take their revenge on them. So suffice to say, it would be pretty difficult to recruit the Fang Clan into the rebel army at this point. That makes sense, but we also can't just do nothing about them. And keeping them all locked up in Londinium until our war with the Queen is over doesn't seem very realistic either. Yes, we discussed how to handle them among ourselves. But then, Lady Miriam came along with a proposition. Miriam? From Gloucester? That's right. She said Gloucester would join the rebel army as long as we guarantee the Fang Clan's safety. She said Gloucester will take in any Fang Clan fairy with nowhere else to go as part of an emergency war effort. Thanks to that, we were able to guarantee the safety of any soldier who surrendered, which turned out to be the key to our peaceful takeover. We did take the liberty of shackling all the Fang Clan fairies who surrendered in front of the other soldiers. But once they arrive in Gloucester, their shackles will be removed and they'll be free fairies again. Lady Miriam said she'll employ them as mercenaries, which works out since Gloucester doesn't currently have a garrison. I guess this means we have more forces on our side now? That's right, it's a twofer. Now we don't have to worry about dealing with the Fang Clan, and we also have Miriam on our side. So really, Gloucester's basically been on our side since we rung the bell. Anyway, feels good to finally have all our ducks in a row, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it does. But, I don't know. Does this mean you've already had the Fang Clan brought to Gloucester?
That's right. Every one of them who surrendered here, along with prisoners we've been keeping in Londinia. In fact, Miriam said that every Fang Clan member in Britain, well, except for the ones who live in Camelot, was welcome to come. Woodwell expanded his clan from most forms of entertainment, aside from going to restaurants, after all. So, I bet by this point, all the Fang Clan fairies who've never seen anything like Gloucester's glitz before must be having the time of their lives.
Are you okay, Lady Miriam? You look a bit pale, and you don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps you should lie down for a while. If you like, I'd be happy to show the Fang Clan fairies to their quarters myself. Don't be ridiculous, Konyanskaya. I've never felt better in my life. I've been waiting so long for this moment, and it's finally here. I've been preparing for so long so I would be ready when it came. I haven't felt this light on my feet since my last visit to the Royal Library. Oh, while we're at it, would you like to take a look? I'm especially proud of this one. Oh yes, I'd love to. I've actually been dying to see it up close. I simply love learning about new technology. Oh, so that works like that. And this fits into this. Wow, you even perfectly replicated the water. And as for the buildings, oh my, just look at all this detail. And I see you even have double beds. Well, does it meet your standards? Does it? Why, I'm downright jealous. I can scarcely tear my eyes away from the sheer quality, nor can I believe the sheer originality. It's elaborate, exquisite, beautiful, and simply super. I'd love to have something so delicate too, in my own company. Thank you, Lady Fox. Now that I'm in an excellent mood, I'm going to get to work. Just to be sure, would you mind guarding this room? Do you think that a woman of my talents would be reduced to work in security? Of course, I'll be glad to help. I won't let so much as a mouse pass me while you're gone. That being said, are you sure you want to do this now? You said you could. You said yourself you could do it anytime. I'm surprised to hear that from you, Konyanskaya. When you get a chance, you take it immediately, right? I do understand how Lady Miriam feels, at least to a degree. But I also know that, while it's normal for fools to do foolish things, wise people doing foolish things always lead them to ruin. I do hope you know that as well, Lady Miriam. Thank you for your understanding, everyone. I've gone ahead and removed your shackles now. I do hope none of you were injured on the way here. If anything's bothering you, please don't hesitate to let me know.
Ha! You think man-made shackles could harm the Fang Clan? We could have torn them off wherever we wanted. Now you listen to me. We didn't put those shackles on because we used it to the Round Table Army. We only did it to save face. Your face, since you asked to hire us. Got that?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for your consideration. Once the Queen and the Rebel Army clash at Camelot, chaos is bound to follow. And I know I will be able to preach the virtues of neutrality to Gloucester citizens if their hunger should turn to violence. So even though this goes against the Wing Clan's principles, I've decided Gloucester needs a force of its own, if only temporarily.
Sounds like the kind of talk I expect from bugs. Your clan's always been parasites depending on the strong to survive, after all. Oh, right. There's no clan left, is there? You're all that's left. And yet, you're still clinging to your clan's pride, huh? What a greedy little bug you are. If you ask me, the only thing bugs like you are good for is being scrapped off our heels. I see Bagon's running his mouth again. Well, he is our de facto leader now that Lord Woodrose is gone. Hey, you all agree, right? The so-called Wing Clan doesn't even count as one of the 6 clans anymore, does it? Yeah, you said it, sir.
What a weight with words you have. I couldn't agree more.
Oh, is that so? Good to see you know your place. Alright, let's see our new homes. The Fang Clan has 1,200 fighters, 600 support units, and 400 trainers. And the deal was that you'd welcome all of us to Gloucester as upper-class citizens. We are the ones who got here ahead of us. What about the prisoners from Londinium?
Oh, yes. They've all been freed from their shackles as well. They've been chatting amongst themselves in a ballroom for a while now. You'll find them all up ahead, right through those doors. In fact, we're just about to begin your welcome celebration. Our food may not compare to Oxford restaurants, but we do have a very unique cooking style of our own.
Gloucester cuisine. I can't wait to try it. I was getting tired of Woodrose's vegetarianism anyway. If just walking around the city was that much fun, imagine how fancy the food must be here. Wow, it's beautiful. I've never seen such wonderful scenery inside a city before. Gloucester really is amazing. Far better than a damn insect deserves. Ha! It won't be millions much longer. Not now that she's invited us here. Only the Fang Clan can exterminate Morse, and our strength will be that much more valuable when the war heats up. The humans can have Oxford if they want it. We'll be taking Gloucester for ourselves soon enough. What a short-sighted fool Miriam is. She thinks she's keeping us safe, when it's actually the other way around. Soon, she'll see just how strong we are. What a shock it will be for her to realize she has no choice but to depend on us. In fact, that's probably why she welcomed us in the first place. She knows exactly what a parasite like her needs to survive. You said it, boss. It doesn't matter how much other fairies copy humans. The weak will always have no choice but to obey the strong. And now that Woodrose and his precious intellectualism are gone, we're free to use our strength any way we want. I truly can't believe it. 1,200 years later, and not one of you has changed at all. I'm honestly shocked that none of you had the slightest qualm about entering such a vicious ballroom. I suppose it could be your brains shrinking to match your new size. Ah well, there's nothing we can do about that. You've never been more than trash who can't even remember the atrocities you committed in any case. Who said that? Where'd that booming voice come from? What? Huh? What is that? Hey, look outside! There, up in the sky! Oh, freaking way.
So, you finally noticed me. I've been watching you all this time, you know. Good evening, members of the Fang Clan. Welcome to my game board. We won't have any interruptions tonight, so I do hope you can keep me entertained.
Miriam? What's going on? When did she get a sacrament to make herself huge? I thought only Spiggins could do that.
Really? That's the first thing you want to know? Well, okay, but only because it'll add to your humiliation. Gloucester is my personal Fey domain. I've spent 1,000 years establishing its rules. The logistic of the outside world doesn't apply here. My word is all. Here, the weak become strong, and the strong become weak. And this place, in particular, is a world unto itself that reflects my mind even more closely. An insect space that shrinks everyone who enters it. Now, do you understand? I didn't grow. You all shrank. You're all as small as the insect you ground beneath your feet.
Miriam, how dare you look down on us? Cut this crap out now and turn us back to normal. A mere insect like you will never be able to survive without our help.
Oh my, the Fang Clan's third best fighter indeed. It's almost mesmerizing how bold and brazen you are. But...
Squashed.
I suppose it's all brawn, no brains, You didn't think how easy it would be for this mere insect to crush you with a finger, didn't it? Did you?
Vagon's dead? The strongest warrior in the clan aside from Lord Woodrose?
I'm so sorry. He was just so loud. He was starting to annoy me, so I squashed him. You see, everyone, as long as you're on this game board, you're weaker than ants. But once you go outside, you'll be your old powerful selves again. Though, of course, the only way for you to get outside is to kill me. Any other clan will probably admit defeat here. But you're the strongest clan in all of Britain, right? Who knows? Maybe you'll actually manage to beat me. Run! Run for your lives!
Get outside the ballroom. Head for the forest. Hurry before she smashes. Gah!
Ah, how truly glorious. They don't even have time to scream before I squished him. I must admit, you're all dumber than I could have imagined. Have you really not grasped that there is no outside here? Try to run to the woods, and I'll flatten you with the wave of my hand. Try to run to the lake, and I'll churn the water and drown you. Even if you somehow manage to make it to the moon, I just eat the whole moon and you with it. No matter how many times you die, your next generations will only wake up inside this miniature garden. And I'm going to keep exterminating all of you until your souls are so worn out that no new generations are born. The best thing you can do for yourselves now is plead for mercy. If you're lucky, I might even consider sparing your lives. Well, let's say life, since no more than one of you will make it. Alright then, my teeny-weeny Fang Clan friends. The night has only just begun. I do hope you enjoy this game. I spent the last 1,000 years putting it together for you, you know. Take that, and that, and that! You can't hide from me. Not in the woods. Not anywhere. Die, die, die! I want to see you running in panic, wailing for someone to save you before I grind you to paste. Not fighting back didn't save them. Obeying didn't save them. Running away didn't save them. Everyone I ever knew, they're all dead. Those Fang Clan barbarians ate them, bit right into their arms and legs, while they were still alive. How dare they call themselves Britain's guardians? They can't make anything themselves. All they do is destroy. Every day, they just go around doing whatever they want, all because they happen to be born strong. Then, just when our clan starts pulling ahead of them, they decide to hunt us down for sport. And when they couldn't figure out what to do with the survivors, they decided it'd be easier to just get rid of everyone. That's the worst part of all. Those barbaric wolves just live their whole lives doing whatever pops into their heads. Well, I won't let them get away with this. I swear it. I'm going to make them know what it feels like to be preyed upon, no matter how long it takes. I won't listen to what they have to say. I won't even tell them why I'm doing it. I'm just going to wipe them all out with overwhelming power. Whatever else happens, I can't die before then. Even if I'm the last of my clan to survive. I'm going to erase the entire Fang Clan from existence. Whether Morgan or the child prophecy wins, Britain will stick around. But things will be very different for it with the Fang Clan gone. You know what you're doing is foolish, but you still couldn't stop yourself. It's such a shame, Miriam. To think not even a creature as wise and righteous as you could escape the hatred in your past. You're acting no better than a human. And that's not what I look for in my clients. That takes care of the fifth bound. According to the prophecy, there's only one left to go now.
Yes, the Mirror Clan's bell. We've been doing everything we can to find it, but to no avail. I'm so sorry we can't be of more help. I've been flying everywhere in search of it, and there just isn't a sixth bell to be found. I can't say I'm not nervous about this, but I think we need to give up on the sixth bell. Besides, we saw in Norwich that Einzel's prophecy isn't perfect, right? So now that Arturia has enough magical energy to cover the entire Round Table army, and with Knock-Knock Riaba's forces on our side, we should be a good match for the Queen's army. That's true. And now that Lady Knock-Knock Riaba has agreed to ally with us, we can't afford to be late to the party. I'll call for the 3rd platoon and the volunteer soldiers we left in Londinium to join us here. As soon as they arrive, we'll set out for Camelot. Are you okay with that, Artoria?
Yes? Why do you ask? The bells of pilgrimage are markers of the crown's recognition, right? The mirror crown is gone, so I don't need theirs.
By the way, I know it's kind of late to ask this now, but what are the bells of pilgrimage anyway? I can tell they're special since the clan has all protected them, but that's it. They're tolling carries all across Britain. Artoria gets more and more of herself every time she rings one. Bells like that are usually just meant to mark the time, right? How do they figure into pilgrimage? It really is pretty late in the game to be asking that, Muramasa. Even so, I've been wondering the same thing. Putting aside the fact that in proper human history, bells were used to keep fairies away. I also wonder why Einzel used the word pilgrimage when this Britain has nothing in the way of gods. For that matter, not a single fairy we've met has even known how long the bells have existed. Well, I'm sure Morgan probably does, but... can I say something? The bells of pilgrimage are the transformed bodies of the dead clan leaders. They signify obedience to the fairy of paradise and their support of her mission to free Britain. Their ring is a song of apology. It shows that the 6 clans of that time had decided to forego being the descendants of A-rays and their ascent to become fairies of the earth. At least, that's what I was told. Huh? You knew, Mash? A song of apology. I guess that's what a pilgrimage is in this Britain. An apology.
The bodies of the clan leaders. So, they're not the bodies of the 6 ancestor fairies?
That's right. They were at first, but some of them were destroyed by calamities at various points in history. When that happens, either the current clan leader becomes a replacement bell, or the last...
Percival! Where's Gareth? What is she doing right now?
Gareth? She's in Londinium, watching over the chop. You know what? Let's have Kenwood, the captain of our recon team, check in on her. We're already preparing a message from Londinium anyway. Commander Percival, we just received an emergency message. There's a fire burning in the south. A big one. A fire. Oh no. It's Londinium. The Queen's army is attacking Londinium. The final night. Here goes.
That takes care of this morning's patrol. No sign of any enemies nearby. Looks like today's going to be another peaceful day in Londinium. They said the battle at Oxford concluded with peaceful negotiations too. of the Round Table Army's having a fancy breakfast at one of the restaurants there now. I'd love to see what they're eating. Huh? What's that sound? Is there something going on inside the castle? Huh? Why are they out fighting each other?
There she is! It's the fairy who was with the child prophecy. Just her? Great. Let's kill her now. She's just another filthy member of the Round Table Army anyway.
Huh? Huh? I don't get it. What's going on? Why are rebel army soldiers attacking Londinium?
いつか立派な騎士になるた結構器用なので狙うぞ狙うとしでいけーまっすぐに私だったらこれくらいそっち狙うぞ狙うとしでいけーまっすぐに私だったらこれくらい
Oh shit, alright.
結構頑丈なのでアフタービジョンワンリミッツあっち参りますルックス年でこれでどうなり吹っ飛んで
Oh, come on, Gareth.
そっち年でいけ年で私だったらこれくらい
Almost there. That missed a code. Then I can use other.
I beat them. I had to kill them, but the castle, Londinium's under attack. I can worry about the rest later. Hurry, Gareth.
Why are you doing this? I thought we were comrades. Ha! Rebel Army, and this is Round Table Army. Okay, Rebel Army is the opposing. Ha! Us? Your comrades? Ridiculous! This piss poor excuse for an army must be as soft in the head as their equipment is shabby. This so-called third platoon of theirs are all just paramedics. They're no match for us in our combat training. Go on, men. Kill every last person in Londinium. Women and children too. Damaged goods like this rabble have no place in our Britain. That's what you mongrels get. I wish I could see the look on Percival's face when he comes back here and finds all his precious people dead.
You bastards! Granny! Granny's not... She's not... Shh! Be quiet and hide here, Samaria. Help be here soon. None. Damn it! It's all because she shielded Samaria. Where is everyone, Sam? What about Yui? Or Otto? Or Cammy? They're all okay, right? Everybody's okay, right? Of course they are. I saw them escape from the castle earlier. They're fine. They're all fine. That's why we have to stay hidden too.
1, 2, 3. Hey, there were 5 kids here, right? We're still missing a couple. They've got to be around here somewhere. Let's look around. We can't leave any witnesses. The oven fires out. Take a look inside. What? Are you nuts? I can feel the heat all the way over here. Looking inside will just burn you. No one would be stupid enough to hide in there. Exactly. These vagrants don't have a lick of sense. There's no telling what they'll do in a pinch. Never mind, I'll check it myself. Alright, let's see what's cooking.
Somebody, please, save us!
Huh? You dropped your sword? What are you... Rah!
Sam, Samaria, are you okay? If you're alive, answer me. It's Gareth. Samaria, we're safe. Gareth's here now. Really? Oh, you're right. It's Miss Knight. Did you beat those guys all by yourself? That's amazing. Thank goodness. I'm so glad you two are alright. No, they're not alright at all. I have to treat those horrible burns soon. Before... Come on, let's get you outside. No, we can't leave through the gate now. Let's go to the command room. It's safe there, and it's got salves too. Percival and the other will get here in no time. We'll just have to hold out in there till they arrive. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Garrett. Come on, Samaria. Don't get in Garrett's way now. I won't. I'm just glad everyone else is okay. Come on. We need to run. Stay close to me.
Look, there's still a ferry here. Send more men here over. Send more men over. Surround her and finish the job. Huh? How's she so strong? I thought all their real fighters were supposed to be gone now. I know her. That's half-assed Gareth. She's a coward who chose to come back in Londinium instead of going with the child prophecy. She'll just give up if we all attack her.
You're the cowards here. You could never have killed everyone if you hadn't taken them by surprise. I don't need help to take on the likes of you. If you value your lives, you better run away right now and never...
Lucine. What are you doing? Kill them all! Death is more than they deserve for refusing Her Majesty's mercy! Humans and fairies living in harmony? Ha! What a joke! That's just a dribble I'd expect from slaves raised like livestock. I see you're just about done. Woodrose may have failed to breach Londinium from without, but it was clearly all too fragile from within. It's fitting that these fools met their end by being too quick to trust other humans. Failures like them have no need for a hometown. Burn it to the ground. With Londinium gone, the Round Table army will have nowhere to go, and the child prophecy reputation will suffer. Be especially thorough with the command room. Maybe that will finally teach Percival a lesson.
Huh? Where am I? I can't open my right eye. That's weird. What about the town? Not again. How many times do I have to see terrible things like this before? Huh? I've seen this before? And more than once? Oh. Right. That's right. I get it now. I'm a Mirror Clan fairy. I'm Einzel, the one who tried to save everyone from a future where they all died. Only I couldn't save anyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mirror. Even after you were kind enough to take over for me, I still couldn't.
Hey, there were more kids around here, right? Where'd they go? Find them. Leave no survivors. Make sure they're all dead before the Round Table army gets back.
No, not yet. It's not over yet. Come on, Gareth. It's up to you to keep Sam and Samaria safe. You know, Mira, despite everything, I'm glad I was reborn into a new generation. The days I spent in Ladinium were perfect. A dream come true. Everyone helped each other, accepted each other, trusted themselves to each other. They cared for themselves, and they cared for the people around them. And you know what Sopra said about that? He said that was perfectly natural. The Upperton was sure to end up like that, too. I wonder if we'll have that sort of world someday. Will there ever be parents with a bright future like that? I really like watching Sopra's. There's so much happiness in this world. And it sounds like there are no cruel futures there where things inevitably come to an end no matter what you do. I'm so jealous. We never had anything like that. If nothing else, I at least knew what I needed to protect, that I had to guide the child of prophecy. But I didn't want to lose anything else in the process. I didn't want the rest of my clan to die. That's just who I was. Gareth the obstinate. Einzel the stubborn. I could always see what fate the future held. Why couldn't I just accept it? Huh. Right? I know exactly why.
The command room is up ahead. Are the oil barrels all in place? I want it completely blown to pieces.
That's enough! You're not laying another finger on this place!
Still one left. You're obviously on your last legs. Normally, I wouldn't bother cutting you down. You could have managed to escape on your own, but I guess you just couldn't help playing the knight. Fine, I'll put this eyesore out of her misery. One of Percival's so-called soldiers has no business acting like a knight anyway.
Shut up! You're the ones who have no business calling yourself knights. I am Gareth, Knight of the Round Table Army. I'm the hard-working child of prophecy's first attendant and the great Percival's #1 apprentice.
Oh boy. Oh, lost 3,000 HP. And she has unlimited guts. So might have one last chance for withstanding. No voice line. I guess she suffered from injury. Well, not suffer injury, but nearing to the death. That's what happens, has no voice line. Ow. Nice. Aw, shit. Damn it. That sucks. And done. Almost there. Just about one fight. The next quest, or probably a few quests left. And then I'm done with this Mystic Code. God, I hate this.
Well, had enough?
Good. What's with this fairy? Is she immortal or something? Forget her. She'll die soon enough anyway. Come on. We need to leave before the Round Table army returns. Grr. Goddamn unkillable fairy.
I did it. I did it. Now I just have to wait for Percival to.
The command room is up ahead. Are the oil barrels all in place? I want it completely blown to pieces.
One last thing to do. I'm a knight at Londinium. It's my job to protect everyone's home. They really? They plant a bomb here? What was he thinking? This must be the fuse. Oh, but it'll still blow if the butt reaches it. Ha! Wow, look at it go. Oh, it hit the guys who were running away. That's great. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I definitely can't move anymore. Now, I should be safe here. The fires are spreading that quickly. Oh, the bell's ringing. They're back. Way to go, Artoria. That's great. The only bell left now is... Oh, right. I guess things really are turning out like I predicted it. Strange. I'm not even sad this time. Hang in there, Arturia. Oh, and I'm sorry, everyone. After you went to the trouble to make this great armor for me, I still...
What are you apologizing for? We're all so grateful. Ghost version. Nope. I thought it was. Thanks for not giving up on. Thanks for not giving up on us, Gareth. You were amazing.
Right? No bad guy's gonna beat me. I'm a knight of the round table, you know?
See what's happening. Or Gareth might be passed away or died. That evening. Okay, the bodies are all out. Let's get the bodies out of here. Bring the fairies' bodies to a nearby hill, and the humans' bodies to a communal graveyard. Once you're done, we'll need to assess the damage and report to the commander. I know it won't be easy, but it has to be done.
No survivors, huh? They didn't even spare the kids. We'll wait over here. I wouldn't want to get in anyone's way. Yeah, there's nothing we could possibly say to console them. They knew these people much longer than we did. They need time to mourn.
Latoya's up above. She just carried Garrett's body up to the bell tower. You know, I'd forgotten there was a belfry in Londinium too. It's almost like she knew things were gonna turn out this way. Garrett, so this is where you made your last stand. But that slash mark on your helmet must have been made by... Oh, I'm sorry, Soprast. I didn't see you there. You're very kind to worry about me, but there's no need. I'm used to this sort of thing. I decided to bury Garrett's armor in the children's grave, but I'm holding on to her lands until I can return it to the one who deserves it the most.
Held out on your own for so long. But I knew it. I just can't do this, Gareth. I can tell why Londinium was attacked. I'm not like you. I can't see the good in this world. I can't see anything worth Oh, you're here too so fast? Did you come to cheer me up or something? Thank you, but you don't need to worry about me. I was prepared for this. There, I think I would like to ring the bell alone. I'd rather no one else sees me like this, if you don't mind.
Right. And there's the sixth bell. Well done, Artoria. The round fortress shall burn, and the bell of water shall appear, huh? Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How did things look with Knocknot Riaba and Camelot? So, both sides are preparing to fight, and the only Tamlin summoned were Vargas and Lancelot. Valbhan Sith's been disinherited, and is currently confined to her quarters in Camelot. Ah, right. She stole the Garden of Lost Will. No wonder Morgan finally lost her temper. So, Spriggans at Camelot. Miriam hasn't moved from Gloucester. Aurora is gathering her volunteer soldiers at Salisbury, and will rendezvous with the child prophecy later. And no sign of movement from the Moors. Sounds like the calm before the storm. What is it? You don't seem like yourself. What's got your fine fur all ruffled? Did you push yourself a little too hard? Why don't you take a break then? You deserve it. From now on, we won't be able to just sit on the sidelines and watch. The battle between Morgan and Artoria, the two fairies of paradise, will decide which of them survives. As long as Morgan's defeated, this story will be concluded. That will hold true even if they both die. The fact is, whether Artoria lives or dies isn't the point of this story. If only Einzel hadn't left that hook. I don't know what she was so afraid of, but it was a really nasty trick. Still, as far as proper human history is concerned, all that matters is that Soprast survives. We're finally almost at the finale. Soon, the Land of the Fae story will come to a close. Alright, this next act for 23 will be no battles, just a bunch of talking. Okay, eve of the decisive battle. I have a report to make, Queen Morgan. Tamlin Bargus and Tamlin Lansar have finished arranging their formations on Camelot's ramparts. Lady Aurora of the Wind Clan has assembled an army and departed from Salisbury. They should arrive at Camelot's west gate tomorrow. Lord Spriggan of the Earth Clan is already here, along with his private company of soldiers. Lady Miriam of the Wind Clan has sided with the Child Prophecy and refused your summons. Of 105 royal knights stationed around Britain, 80 have returned to Camelot, while 25 remain in their respective territories after refusing your summons. Not even all of the knights are here? I can't believe there are defectors in the Queen's own army. Doesn't this mean Camelot's forces are outnumbered now? Not to mention all the bells of pilgrimage have been rung.
They say the Child Prophecy magical energy is now to equal of Her Majesty's.
And the foreign mage is set to command ghosts whose power rivals even our knights. What do you think we should do? Maybe it's not too late to change sides ourselves.
No, it's okay. We have nothing to fear as long as we have the Tamlin.
You may have been defeated, but Bargus is still as strong as ever. They'll never get through the main gate with her around.
Aurora says she will be late, does she? Precisely the sort of trickery I expect from her. Tell Bargus she needn't bother opening the west gate.
But, Your Majesty, that would mean...
Do not make me repeat myself.
Your Majesty, what would you have us to do? What would you have us do with the knights who refused your summons? If you like to have them branded traitors, we'd be happy to go confiscate their territories.
That would not be necessary. I have already disposed of those who refused my summons personally. The very act of weighing me against the Child Prophecy is itself blasphemy and punishable by death. She killed knights all across the land in a single night? How?
They may not compare to the Tamlin, but a single one of the Queen's Knight is still the equal of 1,000 ordinary soldiers, and she killed 25 of them all by herself?
Silence, you dithering idiots. I did not summon my knights here because I required their aid. I merely offered them a chance to demonstrate their loyalty. Camelot would never fall, no matter what the rebel army may attempt. In my estimation, there are no greater a threat than the 8th calamity. I can handle them alone, easily. And the Child Prophecy is a fool for thinking she can match me merely by ringing the bells of pilgrimage. How many times does she think I have completed the very same pilgrimage? One such journey does not give her power enough to match even my little finger.
What was that? Did Her Majesty just admit to undergoing the pilgrimage herself?
Does that mean the rumors are true? Is High Queen Morgan actually a fairy of paradise?
Your Majesty, please forgive my interruption. We have just received a call from Lady Knocknot Riaba of the King Clan's mirror. Shall I answer it?
Yes. Bring me the mirror.
At once, Your Majesty. Flash your mirror to me!
Good day, Queen Morgan. It is I, Knocknot Riaba, descendant of the Northern Fairies. First, I must offer an apology in regards to your recent request. I'm afraid I was unable to dispose of the Child Prophecy as you instructed me. Following a fair and honorable duel, the Child Prophecy and I have become close friends. I do hope you can forgive me for failing to do as you commanded. Not that I expect a frigid bitch like you ever thought I would be to begin with, since you don't trust anyone.
Hey, that little... How dare that northern barbarian speak of Her Majesty that way?
Oh, but I do bring you some glad tidings, Queen Morgan. Allow me to offer my congratulations. At long last, you're going to be free from the burden of ruling over Britain. For too long, you've been sucking us dry with your command spells being woefully inadequate with your responses to great calamities. So long as you remain on the throne, Britain has no future. And above all, I'm the rightful heir to the throne as granted to me by my predecessor, Queen Mab. It's time for you to retire, Morgan. We can't trust you with Britain any longer. As Knock-Knock Riaba, the rightful Queen of Britain, I offer Camelot's current administration an opportunity to surrender. If you refuse to peacefully hand over your castle by tomorrow morning, I'll come take it by force. Your treaty with my predecessor, the past queen, is now null and void. Prepare yourself, Morgan Le Fay. This is a declaration of war from the child of the queen and the child of prophecy.
Wow. Richard bitch. There's a bit of a harsh way to say that. Alright. One and a half days after the attack on Londinium, the evening of the 44th day in Britain.
There, that's the declaration of war taken care of. We've established that we are all in the right.
Aren't you supposed to declare war before giving an enemy a chance to surrender?
Hey, I thought first you declared war, then offered your enemy a chance to surrender after you weakened them. Oh, come on. You know Morgan would never surrender. I was just getting the formalities out of the way.
So, the fighting begins tomorrow morning. Assuming that we'll need to organize new formations for our armies anyway. How should we go about our siege? It doesn't look as though the Queen's army will try to attack us out here in the open.
Nope. The fact that there aren't any troops out on the plains already means they're definitely just focusing on shoring up their defenses. Good thing for us too, since that let the Round Table army get here from Oxford today.
So, it's finally time to bring down a big castle, huh? Which gate do we take? Main, west, or east? Just the main gate. That's what Knock-Knock Riaba put together her giant crops for. After we smash the main gate, the Northern Fairy Army and the Round Table Army will occupy the castle town. Personally, I'd rather wait to do that until after we've seized control of the castle itself, but...
I already told you. No way. I want to keep my new castle in pristine condition. Especially the throne. Even if we succeed at defeating Morgan, it won't mean anything if we destroy the throne in the process.
Is there something special about that throne?
No, not really. I just plan to get a lot of use out of it once it's mine. Don't you think you're getting ahead of yourself? We haven't even started fighting yet, let alone won. I'd worried about yourself more than me. Never mind the castle town. You guys are going to have the hardest time of all once you're inside the castle itself. Morgan is going to come straight for you and so fast. If either of you dies, they'll pretty much put paid to Einzel's prophecy. If that happens, the Round Table Army's morale will crumble, and me and my army will be the only ones to survive.
Yes, that's a good point. Should we have Otoya and Sopra stay behind then? Not an option. We'll never break through the main gate without the Fairy of Paradise's protection. Especially with Vargas and Lancelot standing in our way. Otoya, Mash, and Sopras are the only ones who can hold their own against those two. You three will need to be in the vanguard the whole time. First the gate, then the city, then the castle. Got it?
What is it, Knock-Knock Riaba? What's with the sigh? If you got something to say, now's the time to say it. You won't get another chance before tomorrow night. If you don't say something memorable now, you'll just end up as that weird chocolate queen. Who asked you? Besides, you know what I pledged, right? No, never mind that now. As soon as Morgan's defeated and that throne is mine, I'll be ready to settle things in our rematch.
Well, what do you know? I thought you'd be in a foul mood once the Round Table Army joined us, but you're more fired up than ever. Guess having your rival and your lover here was just a motivator you needed.
Pretty much. Neither of them belong to me just yet. But you can definitely never have too many rewards. Which is why we need to cover every possible angle in the strategy meeting. Artoria, the Child Prophecy. Percival, Commander of the Round Table Army. Rimmer, Magecraft Advisor to the Northern Army. Da Vinci, Sage of the Outside World. You four stay here with me. Muramasa, Sopras, you're dismissed. There's a tent set up for you at our campsite. Go rest up for tomorrow.
You want me to hear too? Well, okay. I guess I can offer my opinion as a representative of Chaldea and proper human history. Don't worry about me so fast. Take advantage of this chance to rest. I'll go over what we cover here with you later. Give MASH my best. Got it. I'll let Oberon know as well then. Should I say you're gonna be oh yeah. Welcome back, Master. How did the strategy meeting with the Round Table Army and Northern Army go? Well, long story short. I see. So Knock Knock Riaba said this will be a battle between two opposing nations. Since the general plan of attack for the castle is decided, now they just need to hammer out the particulars. Yup, the final battle begins tomorrow morning. Our goals are to obtain Rongomenia and to stop the British Lostbelt's collapse from engulfing the world. I know we need to defeat Queen Morgan to achieve both of those goals, but do you think you can fight her? We could settle this peacefully. I'd do that in a heartbeat. But Queen Morgan has been ruling Britain the way she believes is right for 2,000 years. Words won't change her mind, especially since that's not how she wants to be persuaded. She'll only change her mind once she's been defeated by a power greater than her own. She said if you want to make your dreams come true, you need to prove you're strong enough to do so. That's Eas, the savior as I knew her. She was always sever like that. So knowing Eas is actually making her more willing to fight in this case. What about you, Senpai? I know this battle will determine the future of Britain, but I also know it's been 44 days since we left the storm border, and we're approaching our deadline. You don't necessarily have to take part in this battle to complete our mission. We could always sneak into Camelot while the Round Table Army, the Queen's Army are fighting each other, and acquire Rongomenia that way. If Holmes were here, he'd probably suggest we do just that. No. I'm going to fight. I already promised Artoria I'd help her. Right. Running away was never an option. We have a responsibility as humans from proper human history who have already overthrown many Lostbelts. And we have Hope as the Child Prophecy's companions who have been with her on her journey. If we're going to fight Queen Morgan for the future of this beautiful land, those are the two things we need to hold on to. Oh, hey there, Silfrost. Out for a walk? We wrapped up the strategy meeting a little while ago. All that's left now is to wait for tomorrow morning. You and Mash are the key to our assault team, so make sure you memorize the layout of the castle before you turn in.
Here, Knock Knock Riaba drew a map of the castle town. Remember how tall its buildings were when we went for that audience? That's why you've got to watch your step so you don't get lost. Especially since I won't be there to help you out this time.
You're not going to fight with us, Habitrot?
I'll stick with you guys until you get back to, the storm border, was it? But I'm not going to fight Morgan. I'm going to see how things play out here. That said, If you're going to fight her, I'd like you to take her on and give her such a beating. She'll have no choice but to admit she's outclassed. She's a really sore loser, so she'll never admit defeat otherwise. How about you, Grimmer? You gonna join them in the war?
Well, yeah. Honestly, I don't care which side wins, but I am going to keep Artoya alive. My goal is to ensure the Fairy of Paradise fulfills her duty. As long as Artoya stays alive, she can always try again, even if she doesn't defeat Morgan tomorrow. Artoya will win.
Oh yeah? Einzel's prophecy did say something about that, didn't it? Chosen by the staff of selection, the savior, guarded by travelers from afar, shall reach the throne. The true king shall arrive at the throne, except now this bloodied crown. Ring, ring, like raging thunder, like weeping flame. Let us hearken to the 6 bells ringing. So far, everything's played out just as it said. Artoya rang the 6 bells, has a foreign mage watching out for her, and tomorrow she'll be within arm's reach of the throne. As far as I can tell, her and Morgan's Spear Urgents are evenly matched, and their support teams are too. So it will all come down to tomorrow. That said, I really don't like the image of the bloodied crown. It's gotta be talking about Morgan's blood staining the crown after her defeat, right? Damn it, Einso. Couldn't you have chosen better imaginary imagery for the Child of Prophecy victory? I mean, it probably also means that Morgan's been squeezing Britain hard for a long time now. But still.
Oh, right. So, Frost, could you give Percival a message for me? I'm happy to inscribe runes on the round table army-sized shields too, but I've got my limits just like anyone else. So tell him to gather up his 100 best soldiers and have them see me. You'll find him in the officer's tent. Got it. Play nice with Habatron. No problem. Well, we've known each other since the first Grimmer, after all. Don't worry, I'll make sure she doesn't push herself too hard again. There's one thing in this world that no one can do anything about. Love. Bards have long sung of love. They have called it fate, joy, and even death. In their songs, those without love are, in a sense, flesh, and those with it are, in a sense, discontent. When I was a young child, I didn't know what they meant. I believed love was simple, that merely loving and being loved was enough to be happy. When I was brought from the ranch, I was taken to a dazzlingly beautiful city. I grew up in one of the educational facilities with the other children who'd been purchased like I was. I wanted for nothing. They said a fairy built the whole place on a whim. What if we tried raising them ourselves? Had been the question they asked. The result was a rearing house not meant to raise Tamlin, but human knights. It was run by the head of the Fang clan, though they said he didn't choose to do it. He only came to see us a few times, but whenever he did, he told the children the same thing. I brought all the children born that year. There are no other candidates to be found. If none of you show any promise by the time you grow up, this venture will be considered a failure. I know life isn't easy here, but do the best you can. He wasn't the most delicate of men, but he wasn't cruel or heartless either. Why did I go into the restaurant business? Well, I suppose I can tell you. We Fang Clan fairies are wild by nature. Once we go into a frenzy, nothing can stop us. That's why we once committed a grave sin. We wiped out an entire clan for the smallest of reasons. So the Fang Clan needs to learn etiquette, good taste, and moderation. We're better off as vegetarians than carnivores. That won't make up for our past sins, of course, but I want to at least try to ensure we don't repeat them. I couldn't respect him, but I didn't hate him either. If nothing else, at least he had a conscience. Our days of training continued. Over time, more of the children failed to make the cut and were given to other fairies as slaves. The only reason I lasted is because I was lucky enough to be born with a strong constitution and...
That's it. See how you let got hot just now? That's your magical circuit. It's one you get, Percival. Even humans can generate magical energy. From there, it all depends on how you use it. Go on. Try and copy me.
because I had the strongest, gentlest knight of the lake in all of Britain with me.
It's okay. There's no need to be hasty. I'm here for you, Percival. Woodwells won't come here anymore. That venture has been shut down. So you have all the time in the world to grow up. Please don't be reckless. Please don't get hurt. Please don't do anything fun without me either. You're my first student, my first child, my first brother, my first friend. Ah, my dear Percival, may you grow up healthy and strong.
That was the love I knew back then. Just being loved was all I needed. And being able to meet her expectations was the greatest happiness I had known. But as I grew older, every year I saw a little more of the world. Bit by bit, I began to see what I didn't as a child. Listen, Melusine. It's terrible. Just terrible. After all the work we all put into the manor, those bones people keep messing with it. I understand their confidence since their old manor is doing so well. But lately, they've been baselessly slandering ours almost non-stop, and they're even harassing the humans who work there. I'm afraid, you know how rough they can be, right? If they did anything to the humans... just thinking about it turns my knees to jelly. Tell me, are my wings still glistening?
Of course. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll take care of everything.
The love she knew, the love she'd been given, wasn't love at all. It was merely affection. Love was destiny, joy, death, a curse she was powerless against. I knew, and then I knew that it was all wrong. But love destroys all our good sense. It makes fools of the wise and good people do evil things. Causes beauty to lose its true form. Even though she knew she was only being used, she still clung to that love. Even as it stole the happiness she should have known, and the future she should have enjoyed. That day, I heard a cry of grief that tore at my very soul. It was the night I broke the rules and rushed back to the cathedral to tell her I'd been awarded the Spear of Selection. That was when I saw her lost in despair at her own foolishness. I couldn't help her, or even say anything to her. I was still only 10 years old at the time. That's why I wanted to grow up as quickly as I could. I was sure that once I grew up, I'd know how to free her from that horrible curse. That's right. I'm going to save her. I swear it. I don't deserve any praise for becoming the commander of the Round Table Army. I only want to defeat the Queen to set her free. I never had any intention of fighting for all of Britain. I only wanted one thing, no matter how selfish the love that drives that want may be. I know, Gareth. I'm not a child anymore. I will see that your lance finds her. It's the least I can do to make your wish to protect Britain come true. Are you, excuse me? Oh, hello, Soapfrost. Something I can do for you? You have a message from Grimmer? I see. 100 of my best soldiers, huh? I'll go round them up right away. Thanks for telling me. Is everything okay? That obvious, huh? It's true. I got scolded for spacing out in the strategy meeting too. But it's okay. I know what I need to do now, and I've made my peace with it. I'm Percival of the Round Table Army now. I have things worth fighting for, and wishes of my own. Now, I'm only going to fight for what's right. Please, let Artoria know that too. I think she probably saw right through me at the meeting earlier. Tomorrow, we face Queen Morgan. I know we're going to have to fight Lancelot as well. So I ask that you let me handle her myself, as the commander of the Round Table Army. I may not be able to defeat her, but I swear to at least keep her busy until the battle is over. Are you sure you want to do that, Percival? I am. Artoria and Knocknat Riaba are the main actors in this battle, and the prophecy didn't say anything about me anyway. This just goes to show that I didn't know what love was when I was a child. Just you two here? Artoria was just here. Artoria was here just a moment ago. She said she was gonna take a walk outside the camp to get some night air. Sure, it's a little reckless of her to go out on her own right before a big battle. But she's strong enough now that she'll be fine even if one of the Tamlin were to attack her. The real problem is, whatever made her want to go outside. Maybe she's tired from being around all these people. Well, you know, she's always had a tough time with crowds. Well, with fairies, really. Not that she's much better with humans either. I'm not so sure. Is that how Artoria comes across you? Is that how Artoria comes across to you, Muramasa? I guess she can be a little awkward. But I think that's just cause she tends to be a people pleaser. I'll take that over arrogance any day of the week. Especially since, you know, just between us, Artoria's kind of scary strong now. Like Lostbelt King level strong. If she ever went nuts and turned evil, we wouldn't stand a chance against her. Just so you know, Muramasa, if things ever come to that, we won't think twice about sacrificing you so the rest of us can escape. If that happens, you and me will both be taking a trip across Sanzu River. And I'm sure not gonna help you out there. Gotta say though, you never know what life, materialization has in store. I was planning to head back to the foreign god as soon as I work off what my life's worth. But this job turned out to be a whole lot longer than I expected. One thing led to another, and the next thing I knew, we were only half a day away from attacking Camelot. And I'm gonna be doing it together with the Master of Chaldea too. Who'da thunk? You know, now that you mention it, it really is a hell of a situation we find ourselves in. I can only imagine the headaches Director Gordov must be getting when he reads my reports. I don't suppose you'd be willing to join us officially, would you? You know, that's not a bad idea. Wait, could you actually do that? Sure I could. All the foreign guard did was summon servants and give them jobs. Said we have no reason to buy her since we've been handpicked by the strongest being in the world. Though she knew we'd never betray her. She still doesn't get the idea that some people are better fits for certain jobs than others, or that they might have actual preferences of their own. She just takes a pro and con approach to everything. Though I guess that aspect might be different now. But I think I'll let another version of me handle that discussion. This time, it just wasn't in the cards. Damn, that's too bad. I know. Make sure you hang on to that feeling, though. I could tell there was no lie or zealousness to what you said. The only reason Artoria's made it this far is because of how honest you are with it yourself.
Phew. I'm exhausted. I can't believe Knock-Knock Riaba actually wrote up orders for each and every soldier. Squad leaders are supposed to handle that kind of thing. I guess all that mental labor tends to fall on the few who can handle it, since most Northern Fairies don't think about complicated things. Still, thanks to that, they're all honest and trustworthy, and they're all very loyal to Knock-Knock Riaba. Now that the Round Table Army has regrouped too, the battle tomorrow should
Play out just like the prophecy said. Morgan will be defeated without a single casualty. The pilgrimage went great. None of you traveling companions dropped out along the way. And the rebel army is in great shape. There's not a single soldier keeping secrets, just like in the Queen's army. All signs are pointing to a happily ever after. Right, Artoria? I see. You're still hung up on Gareth. But remember, the prophecy predicted all of that. The round fortress shall burn, and the bell of water shall appear. What happened to her wasn't your fault, and she didn't desert you either. That was her fate.
that really what you think?
Of course it is. Besides, Gareth wouldn't want us to be sad about her being gone.
I don't mean about her. I mean what you said about there not being a single casualty. The truth is, you think our chances of winning are slim? That the Round Table Army is going to be slaughtered and the humans will be the first to die? And yet, you're trying to comfort me by telling me there won't be any casualties? Then there's what you said about no one hiding anything, just like the Queen's army. Be honest, Oberon. You've actually known Knock-Knock Riaba for a long time now, right? But you pretended you never met her before when she captured us after our audience with Morgan.
It's true. I have. But if you'd known Knock-Knock Riaba and I were friends, you never would have trusted me, would you?
That's not all of it. When we saw Mash for the first time, back in Norwich.
That's MASH! That's MASH?
You already knew who Mash was, but you pretended not to. You also knew she was in Sheffield, but you didn't tell us. You kept it from Sopra so he wouldn't go looking for her there.
I did. I wanted Sopras to work with the child prophecy of his own volition. Not because Chaldea ordered him to. I admit, it was dishonest of me. As powerful a Tamlin as Mash was, it was still dangerous for her to be up north by herself.
And then there's...
Yes? You could say one of the reasons I'm so overly invested in Britain's welfare is their kindness. Who says they're worthless or incapable of doing anything? They might be powerless, but they were the only ones who cared for me. So, of course, I have to do everything I can to pay them back. That's why I care so much about taking Morgan down.
And then there's the fact you were gone on the morning of our battle with Woodrose's army. We only won because the Queen's reinforcements never showed up. And that only happened because you did something to stop them. You always seem so honest and sincere, but you never tell the truth. You never tell anyone what you're really thinking. Why is that? Why do you keep lying to us? Do you actually want to defeat Morgan?
Of course I do. There's not a fairy in Britain who's worked harder to bring her down than I have. I want to destroy her fairy Britain with every fiber of my being. If that means I have to lie, then I'll lie. Besides, I'm not the only liar here, Artoria. You haven't been truthful about why you've come this far. Your true motive has nothing to do with saving Britain. And I'm not the only one who's figured that out. Silkross is catching on too. You haven't been fighting for humans, or even other fairies. Not for 1 second. Your true motivation lies elsewhere. You just refuse to talk about it.
What are you saying? That's ridiculous. I'm the fairy of paradise. I was sent here to save Britain.
That's your guilt talking, not you. And what exactly does it mean to save Britain, do you think? Do you know what Muramasa once said? He said that every fairy is seeking absolution, that every last one of them yearns for death. He said that, deep down, that's what every fairy in every town we've been to secretly wants.
Muramasa said that?
He doesn't have fey eyes like we do, but he must be pretty sensitive to the pain people carry in their hearts. That's why you're still conflicted about this, isn't it, Artoria? You don't talk about things like that because you know it wouldn't change anything. It's the same with me. I'll do whatever it takes to defeat Morgan, whether I like it or not. So, why don't we leave it at that for now? Tomorrow's our last battle. I'm sure there'll be a time when you can come clean about what you're really thinking. That's what this whole pilgrimage was for, right? And hey, who knows? Once you come clean, you might just find that nobody thinks it's a big deal anyway. That, Oberon might be a bit suzzy here. Alright, back to Camelot point of view for Morgan, the bad guy.
It seems not Riaba's army and the Round Table army has run the best. I still can't quite believe Her Majesty didn't even try to stop them. It's one thing to give your enemy a fighting chance, but this is far too generous. Between the child prophecy protection and the King Clan's Fade domain, our forces should be evenly matched. I'm sure Her Majesty means to crush them, but there's still a chance they could get lucky. If our forces are evenly matched, then there's no chance of them winning as long as you and I are here. The two of us alone could end this right now, whether the High Queen is here or not. I could destroy Knock Riaba's army on my own, and you could do the same for the Round Table army. We're already being nice by giving them till morning. There's no sense meeting them on their terms. The only ones we need to be wary of are the Foreign Mage, Galahad, the two servants, and Percival. But I can handle all of them on my own too. They're all fairly good fighters, but none of them can match me in the air. The only fairies who could fight me on even terms are High Queen Morgan, or you in a larger form. If I were in their shoes, I'd want at least twice the forces they have now before challenging Camelot. But unfortunately for them, the soldiers from Salisbury coming to join them have only just crossed the western plains. The Fang Clan might have helped tip the scales if they'd gone over to the side, though they're nowhere to be seen lately. They don't have a chance. The rebel army dies here. Angel's prophecy will never come to pass. Assuming they don't secretly have a unit equivalent to one of us Tamlin on their side. Indeed, as long as they lack a Tamlin of their own, they won't stand a chance. Her Majesty ordered me to only kill soldiers that make their way into the castle town. So I'm going to patrol the air and take care of any soldiers that try to get past the ramparts. The knights Her Majesty has stationed in town will never get a chance to fight. And of course, they'll never get through the main gate, not with you guarding it. Part of me feels a little bad for crushing them so thoroughly, but there's no escaping reality. Fairy Britain's last word will end with a whimper. There won't be so much as a single surprise. The last word, True. I doubt there will ever be another rebellion of this size. The calamities will not end here, and Her Majesty has no intention of stopping the great calamity. Our victory here won't do anything to stop most of Britain's fairies from dying. Do you not think that's sad? Does it not make you question the point of winning this battle? I'm surprised to hear that from you, Byguest. I didn't think you thought about those kinds of things. Woodrow said that fighting is the Fang clan's instinctual drive, and pitting themselves against powerful foes that. Okay, let me rephrase this again. Woodrow said that fighting is the Fang clan's instinctual drive, and putting themselves against powerful foes their greatest pleasure. There is truth to that. I won't deny that there is a part of me that's a little different from the blood-starved beast too. The one thing Avalon, Sith, and I have in common is that I, too, cannot help myself from dominating the weak. But that is my own personal issue, not one that affects all of Britain. I see. You did become a Tamlin to protect Britain, didn't you? I'm afraid I don't share your aspirations now. The name Her Majesty gifted me is a hindrance, not a help. I'm an airborne fighter, not a knight. Human swordplay only slows me down. I accepted this name, in spite of that, to remain as Lancelot. I think it was about 100 years ago when my body began showing signs of anomalies. My love for her maintained my form up until then, but even that couldn't last forever. Her Majesty saved me from that fate. Without this Tamlin name, I would have reverted back to my old self. I don't serve Her Majesty for Britain's sake. I serve her to preserve this farm. That's why I don't quite understand what you're talking about. No, that's not true. I do understand. I've just chosen not to think about it. Because I have something else I care about more. Something you care about more than Britain, I do too, as a matter of fact. I at least want Adonis to live out his natural life. I doubt you have anything like that yourself, though. That's why I envy you. High Queen Morgan has no love in her, but she does trust your implicity. She'll always send for you, no matter how many times you fail her. No wonder Woodrose was jealous of you. No love? Her Majesty? No. I suppose you're right. She has always and only ever loved this land. I owe Her Majesty a debt as well. I wouldn't be here today without my gifted name. Her Grace made me who I am. Even if she only offered it to control me, a debt is still a debt. However, I cannot repay that debt any further. I have to protect Britain's future and his. It's nighttime now. Could somebody turn on the light? I have to get to the bar. I have to put on my beautiful dress. Hello? Is anybody there? Forgive me. Forgive me, Mother. It wasn't my fault. I didn't want to do it. But my lord said he wanted to see what moving corpses were like. So I sucked the blood from one. Just one. But my lord was so taken with them that he had me make lots more in the basement. Of course they were going to overrun everything. Of course they were going to. Help! Help! Somebody please help them! I'm helpless on my own. I've never been any good on my own. I never had anything on my own. That's why nobody ever helped me. I have no power, no special skills, no friends. If Mother abandons me too, then I won't have anything at all.
There she goes again. Looks like Tamlin Tristan's not long for this world. Finally. She lost her Tamlin name when the child prophecy defeated her. Then Barrelcut disappeared. And now, she's finally exhausted Her Majesty's patience too. But to seal her door up with wax tomorrow. Probably too much trouble to even execute her. Now, she'll fade away with no one ever knowing what became of her. What's wrong with that? Sounds like a fitting end for the most hated figure in all of Britain. Remember how many fairies she's killed? Hell, I'd offer her myself if I could get away with it. Don't bother. She's rotted so much she can barely move now anyway. She'll die soon enough on her own. Hell, You might even get cursed if you got too close to her. If ever someone weren't worth killing, it's her. Heh, you said it. At least once she's gone, Her Majesty ought to go back to being... Who goes there? The High Queen gave strict orders not to let anyone... Oh, if it isn't Lord... I wasn't told there would be guards here. I hate to do that to them when they couldn't be getting paid much. But from the looks of it, I'm sure their next generations will show up soon enough. I got the key from them. Shall I open the door? Of course. Apparently, she's bedridden now. So do be gentle with her. But don't be afraid to get robbed if she acts up. We don't have any time to waste. Yes, sir. Come on, let's go. Not with killing, That's just the sort of thing I'd expect such a vulgar lot to say. Really, most things aren't worth anything. The question is whether they're worth keeping or best thrown away. Prices are something we set for ourselves. Even the worst piece of junk can still have its uses. I have to make certain. I have to ask her. Majesty, High Queen Morgan. Can't be. That can't be right.
Oh, how wonderful! How good to see you still alive and resolute as ever! I couldn't believe my ears when Spriggan asked me to take you in. But it looks like you really did survive. Cora, do treat his wounds, won't you? Use the best magical powder we have.
Thank you, Aurora. You really are a beautiful berry. Sorry I doubted you, even for a moment.
It's no use. His chest wound refuses to close. Not even magical powder can help him now. Besides, the Round Table Army Wand. Wouldn't it be, well, dangerous to harbor Lord Woodrose now? We mustn't give up. We'll gather all the medicine in town if we have to. It doesn't matter which army won that battle. Now that the battle is over, we can't let him die. He's the proud head of the Fang clan, after all. He's kept Britain safe for hundreds of years. He doesn't deserve to die so miserably.
Aurora. How could I have been so foolish? If I only heard your voice to begin with.
Now, don't try to talk, Woodrose. You need to conserve your strength. I can hardly believe it. I want to dismiss what all the fairies have been saying about Her Majesty cutting the Fang clan loose as mere rumor. But...
Rumor? What rumor? What did the High Queen do to us, Aurora?
Oh, put Woodrose. Then you really didn't know, did you? The Queen never did send you any reinforcement. She hates the Fang clan for how many humans they consume, and meant for both sides to fall in that battle. Her Majesty only trusts the Tamlin now. That's why she didn't even send anyone to look for your body. It pains me to say this, but she abandoned you and your Fang clan, Woodrose. She thinks you're nothing more than old guard dogs who have outlived their usefulness.
Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Majesty. Your Majesty. That can't be true. Can't. Fang Clan's loyalty. Our devotion. It must have meant something to you. Right. I have to find out. I have to. Even if I have to kill her to do it. What are you doing outside the camp? Are you so amped up you can't fall asleep? I could ask the same of you, Oberon. What are you doing here? Artoya seemed like she still had some doubts, so I thought I should check in on her. Our armies might be evenly matched, but they still got the Tamlin on their side. If we give them so much as a centimeter, we're done for. So I gave her a little pep talk. I said, "Hey, Artoya, know what King Arthur really means? It means King of Bears." And boy, was she surprised. Yeah, I can just imagine. You know how competitive she is, right? Lighting a fire under her works better than trying to get her to see reason. In just a few hours, the veil of night will be lifted. The final battle will begin when the morning larks sing. At this point, I've done everything I possibly can. Though I can't say I don't have any regrets. I've been flying around this way and that looking for something, but I can't look anymore. I'm out of time. What was it you were looking for again? A star. A star that'll forever be beyond my reach. But we can talk about me some other time. Truth be told, I'm not used to being open about my feelings. For now, you should head back to the tent and rest up. If you're having trouble sleeping, I can always sprinkle you with a bit of sleeping powder. I may not be much good at fighting, but when it comes to putting people to sleep, not even Merlin the Incubus could beat me. This might just be my imagination, but... What's up? It seems like you're always angry. Yes, I suppose I kind of am. Truth to tell, I've been a little upset ever since I heard you have all been going around erasing Lostbelt. Not at you, you understand. More, at those who will learn the stories later. I know it can't be helped, of course. Every event ends up as just a story to the people who weren't involved in it. Decades after your adventure is over, it'll all be written up in some report. Those who read it won't think of it as anything more than a lesson to be learned. That's what I can't stand. Half of Oberon the Fairy King was born from a story after all. That's why my feelings are split right down the middle. As a heroic spear of proper human history, part of me wants to see Britain restored to its rightful state. Being a fictional character myself, part of me wants to let its story continue. And that's hard to reconcile with the rest of me. I'm okay with excising Lostbelt to bring back proper human history. We wouldn't exist if not for the latter. But the idea of those Lostbelts being neglected and forgotten in the future still hits me hard. I don't want them to be thought of as things that deserve to disappear. I want people to understand that, even if they were cut off before their time, their existence still had meaning. Then again, maybe I only feel that way because I'm directly involved in this one. People have always moved forward by recording the past. They can't hold on to the same values forever. That we even have phrases like old-fashioned or behind the times is proof we moved from what we once were. Do you hate Morgan, Oberon? No, she may be our enemy, but I don't hate her. Hell, I've never even met the woman. And, you know, the story of this land of the Fae she came up with isn't half bad. The entire era of the High Queen is basically a fairy tale Morgan wrote herself. It's a dream she wanted to see come true so much that she poured her heart and soul into making it a reality. Whether it's a good story or a bad one, I can't help but respect the effort that went into creating it. Which is exactly why I'm pouring my heart and soul into defeating her. As a fellow fairy tale being, I want her curtain call to be memorable. Of course, we don't have a chance against her if we don't give it all we have. So, I suppose memorability isn't really a factor. take care of Artoya, Sopras. Like I said, my part is done. From here on, this is your battle to fight. I want now, before I depart this world, is to see you guys win this battle spectacularly. Thanks, Oberon. Alright, let's get into the fight, finally, after that old ass shit, right? Talking, conversation, cutscenes, and crap. Morgan.
It's morning. All squads, form up. Round Table soldiers have sworn to follow the child prophecy. Northern fairies who have served me faithfully over the years. And volunteer soldiers from across the land. As of today, we are a single army with a single mission. We are, all of us, now the army of the new queen. Comrades dedicated to building a new Britain, built by a true king just as Einzel prophesied. You there, Sopras. I can tell what you're thinking, and I don't care that it's not a more original name. There has been no word of surrender from Camelot, which is our glorious queen's way of telling us to bring it on. Fine by me. I've been waiting 100 years for this day. Are you all ready to fight? Give your lives if necessary. Then let's show them what we're made of. It's time to end Morgan's reign and take down Camelot. All troops, move out! Our first objective, smash through the main gate.
So, this is it. The Round Table Army's 1st Division includes you, Artoya, and Da Vinci. The 2nd Division includes Muramasa and Grimmer. And in Knock-Knock Ryaba's main force, bringing up the rear. We have Retra and Habitra, who have both said they won't be taking part in the battle. As for me, I asked to be assigned to the 1st Division, alongside you. Yup, Muramasa and Grimmer should be both. Yep, Muramasa and Grimmer should both be stronger working together. Which is why I had them join the 2nd Division, since they need all the help they can get. Oh, speak of the devil. We of the 2nd Division came here to pay our respects before we begin our advance. Thank you. We'll be counting on your division to act as a decoy by attacking the ramparts, while those of us in the 1st Division protect the giant crops against the giant corpse. I'm afraid you'll be all on your own out there. The longer the battle drags on, the higher our chances of being routed. So keep your attacks on the ramparts to the bare minimum necessary. Try not to take any foolish risk. Once the main gate is open, you're to regroup with the main force and follow Knock-Knock Ryaba's orders. Yes, sir! We won't let you down! Child Prophecy, Boy Mage. No, Lady Artoya, Lord Sopras. You two stay safe out there, okay? You two stay safe out there too, okay? And take care of the commander for us. Come on, we better move out too. The main gate is protected by soldiers from the Queen's army, who are being led by Tamlin Barghest. Our job is to safely escort Knock-Knock Ryaba's giant corpse to the main gate so they can destroy it. This also means we'll be handling the Queen's army and Barghest herself. Artoya, you'll be out front casting protective spells on the rest of our troops. Sopras, you'll handle the more powerful Queen's knights, and Barghest, right? What about the secret pact we made with her? I remember. Of course we're not gonna fight her. Once we make it through the main gate, she should declare her allegiance. Once we make it through the main gate, she should declare her allegiance to the Child Prophecy, just like we agreed in Manchester.
But it's not as though we agreed on a plan. And knowing her, I'm sure she's going to fulfill her role as one of Morgan's knights right up until the main gate is destroyed. So first, we need to secure a route to the main gate. Then we need to keep Vargas busy. That's what you mean, right, Da Vinci? Yup. Vargas should make her final peace with her decision when she sees you leading the charge. So even though it'll be dangerous, we're still going to face her head on. This part is just like what we confirmed before daybreak. Got it so fast?
Yep, it all depends how quickly you can get through the main gate.
I can't believe it. Do you mean Vargas is actually going to come over to our side? Oberon? Oberon? Oh, sorry. I can't breathe it. Oberon?
Oberon, you're going to fight too? Yup, this is the final battle. Not much need for me to run recon anymore, is there? Besides, I'm sick of being left out. I may not exactly be a combat powerhouse, but I can at least be of some help. More importantly, when did you talk to Vargas? Right before we went to the Lake District. Ah, I see. Yes, that timing would have worked out nicely. Very efficient. The important thing is, if Vargas really is going to join us, that improves our chances considerably. In fact, with a bit of luck, my lie just might become the truth. Huh? What are you talking about? A victory without any casualties. With Vargas on our side, we only have to worry about landslide. And as long as Muramasa and Grimmer keep her occupied, we should have no trouble getting into the castle. Great work, you two. This gives us a real shot of reaching the throne room without losing anyone. Percival, you guard Artoria. Ash, you guard Soapfrost. Alright, let's go. First order of business. Clear away the soldiers guarding the main gate.
大丈夫。落ち着いて。普段通りに。暗き目を背けないぞ。慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もない。何人も通るにあたわず。やだね。戦いですから今のうちに準備を。白兵戦行きます。目によく言いました。もちろん。そういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。
And now that's this. Comes to that part. Vargas won't attack us. Because we made that deal anyway.
戦いですか。さて簡単に終わらないように。もちろん目を背けないで。逃がすものか。
Whoa! Whoa! Observing, yeah.
白兵戦行きます。
Alright, this.
いいねよく言いました。内側から終わり召し上げましょう。分断する。無礼を諦めなさい。
Okay. Alright. Person's done.
よく言いました。やります。逃がすものか。はあ。
There we go.
鐘の音が聞こえる。
And done. Mr. Code's done. Finished. Fucking hate this. This one does absolutely nothing. No stat boost whatsoever. Just reduce the cooldown skill by 1. I was hoping I could charge in during this decoy operation. But these walls are just bizarre. They're hot, cold, slippery, and repellent all at the same time. It's almost like they're alive. The way they adapt to whatever I throw at them. Damn it. Hammer's walls are modeled after Orkneys. They've got 1,000-year-old live. Alright, wait, hang on a second. They've got 1,000-year-old live oak trees, propping them up on the inside. Don't bother trying to destroy them. They'll just regenerate instantly. It'd be faster to just try and open the east gate. We don't got tools for something like that. No choice but to hold our ground here. No, wait, hang on. You're a caster, right, blue guy? Can't you make us a platform we can use to scale the walls? Oh, an oak platform to counter an oak wall, huh? Good idea. I'll grow one right now. Ah, crap. Looks like your brilliant idea was a little late, red guy. Look, up there. I know that sound.
Just 2 sevens? This must be the decoy. Too bad. But at least you two should be worthy opponents. And since we've met, we can skip the introductions. We can finally pick up where we left off at Sheffield and the pit. This time, I'll make sure I finish you off both. Properly, now that I know how resilient servants can be. Master, I'll cut you into horizontal sections and Grimmer into vertical ones. Doesn't that sound nice, since you're such good friends?
Friends? I hardly know this kid. If you want to slice and dice him, you go right ahead. Nobody asked you. Come on, Muramasa. Let's show her what we can really do. Of course, if you want to let her chop you into 7 chunks, I won't stop you.
There, you see? You are friends. You think alike. That makes this even more worth it. Finding a good rival is hard, especially when you're one of the strongest creatures ever to exist. Like me.
That's so. Then you better come at us with everything you've got too. You still haven't fought at your full strength, right?
That I will. It would be a waste to hold anything back against you two. My name is Tamlin Lasla. Prepare to be sliced to ribbons, you ridiculous divine spirit's proper human history.
Right. Fucking alter ego and caster. Absolutely nothing. What the fuck is it? Ignore invincible. I'll go with this one. And I cannot use this Mystic Code in this fight. let's just leave it as.
江戸っ子はさつきの恋の吹き流し下って東海道東都総州野州美濃蘇海道蘇地諸国立ち巡りふざけてるありゃりゃこれだったありゃりゃこれだったおまけがどっさりだ
新年偽装展開精錬たる湖面月光を返す沈め身の全体そこだ来るがいい
Okay.
ひゃっこひゃっこ何の園だ江戸っ子はさつきの恋の吹き流し切り振りクワンオン青い同弁義経養老小野阿弥陀諸国立ち巡り
ふざけてるそれはいつか来る兆しの星誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう
アラウンドカリバーンベラボミ
Oh.
うん新年偽装展開精錬たる湖面月光を返す沈めただ身の絶あのないだここから砕くそこだ
Thank you.
来るがいい
You're done.
のろけが腕っこきさあさーて乗ったぴょーんとつこうか江戸っ子はさつきの恋の吹き流し下って東海道東都総州野州美濃蘇海道蘇地諸国立ち巡り
ふざけてる
Easy.
今回はうまくいきました
Gotcha.
How can a fight mage be supporting you from so far away?
It ain't support. It's a strategy. It took a lot out of him, but I had Sopra summon those servants before we began our advance. And I used my own magical energy to keep them around. But that all ends now. This took a hell of a lot more out of me than I expected. I knew I was insane to try and look after heroic spirits from different mythologies.
You're a mage? Then Sage isn't just a nickname?
The hell do you take me for?
Well, you just look like you'd be more at home throwing spears. Besides, Gungnir's pretty famous in Britain too. I thought you were a lancer, like me.
What the actual hell? Muramasa, are you sure this is the Lancelot everyone's so afraid of? I know. It's hard to believe, but yes, she's a lonely airhead. But it's her for sure.
That's it. I'm definitely killing Muramasa later. Hang on. That doesn't make any sense. Your objective is to break through the main gate. The Fire Mage should be putting everything he has into that. If he had power to spare for you, that must mean...
They did it! The giant corpse broke through the main gate! And that's not all. Tamlin Vargas has defected from the Queen's army. Vargas the Indomitable is on our side now.
Vargas? So that's why your heart didn't seem to be in this. Very well. You've won this battle. Tamlin Lancel has officially lost. Go ahead and tell everyone that the child prophecy defeated all 3 of Morgan's knights. But that's only because I can see which way the wind is blowing there. Blowing here. Remember, I personally haven't lost. Don't you dare think otherwise. Don't you dare think otherwise.
Yep, that's a dragon, alright. That's the trouble with those dominant species types. They act like they understand a human well, but they never listen to a thing people say. Ah well, at least our work here is done. I'm gonna head back to the main force along with the division. How about you? I'm gonna join so fast. Even with Vargas on our side, we've still got our work cut out from us. Okay. Even with Vargas on our side, we've still got our work cut out for us invading the castle proper. Gotcha. Well, good luck. Remember, Morgan's serious business. According to First Grimmer's notes, she's never backed down from a fight in her life. It doesn't matter where she is or who she's up against. Once she starts a fight, she won't stop until her opponent's dead. Or she is. She's as dedicated and stubborn as they come. Artoya might be okay, but an opponent like that's gonna be tough for Silfrost and Master to deal with. So make sure you keep an eye out for them. And if worse comes to worse, you catch my drift? Course I do. Seems like everyone's forgotten about it by now. But the whole reason I came here in the first place was to take Morgan's head. Representing to be King Hassan, offer thy head. The main gate is open. Prepare to enter the castle town. The Child Prophecy teams will make their way to the castle via the western route, neutralizing any enemy troops encountered on the way. If any enemy troops wish to surrender, let them do so. Follow Tamlin Vargas' example. Our goal is the establishment of a new order in Britain, one that can stand up to the threat of the Great Calamity. Remember, these bears are not our true enemy. Do not kill unless absolutely necessary.
Damn it, Percival. Where did you get off taking all the best parts for yourself? Alright, 2 can play at that game. Giant Corpse, great work breaking through the main gate. But don't overtax yourself. Fall back to the rear. Wind troops, go help the Round Table army. Earth and Fang troops, continue advance towards the castle. Split up into 4th division to neutralize the Queen's army. I'll lead the King clan through the east route. Full squad, forward!
You're fighting out front too, Knock Knock Riaba?
Of course I'm leading my own troops. I need to set an example for my subjects. If I end up getting hit by a stray arrow, then so be it. Don't bother telling me not to push myself. None of you would listen to me if I asked you to do the same either, right? This is our only chance to go toe-to-toe with Morgan. Last one to the castle, a rotten egg, Artoya. Come on, let's keep moving. We don't need to worry about Knock Knock Riaba. There's still a lot of fighting going on around the main gate, but I'll subdue the Queen's soldiers stationed outside the ramparts. Once they see that Tamlin has defected, that should prompt more of them to surrender. And one more thing. Have one of the Round Table army soldiers stay behind me so there's someone seen to be keeping an eye on me. That should put the other rebel army soldiers at ease.
Good idea. We know you won't betray us, but the other soldiers won't have that confidence. Still, are you sure you don't want to come along? This is your chance to defeat the Queen and become ruler of Britain yourself.
I can't do that. I may have gone over to your side, but I still cannot turn my horn on the Queen. After this battle, I intend to entrust the aftermath to you and the clans, and be imprisoned for my crimes.
I see. So you really have thought this through. I'll keep an eye on you then. Once the rebel army sees the Round Table Army's resident Joker standing beside you, they should stop thinking of you as a threat. But don't think that'll be the end of it. You'll still have a ton of work to do even after things calm down near the main gate. Camelot's upper class fairies are deathly afraid of you too. So one look from you should be more than enough to keep them in line.
Yes, you're right. That would be the right way to use me. I will have no problem wielding my horn against them. But I am sure you haven't forgotten how I burned down your words. Do you not hate me for that, Oberon the traitor?
Oh, intensely. But now's not the time to go into that. We have other things to take care of first. Is it not right, Percival? Of course. Thank you for entrusting us with the fate of New Britain, Tamlin Barghest. We won't let you down. Division 1, move out! The Child Prophecy and the Boy Mage are about to make their way to the castle. It won't be long now before the prophecy is realized. In the name of the Round Table, we must ensure they both arrive safe and sound.
They made it through the main gate. Only those feet of sin may pass, huh? Problem is, there are no fairies without sin in Britain. It was High Queen Morgan's choice to have the gate acknowledge that, and still let those with sin pass through anyway. It was her one act of mercy, and they've trampled all over it. So I see no reason to be merciful to them now. I'll destroy all the rebel army squads in the castle town one by one, then punish Barghest for turning traitor. That's the part I must play as a Tamlin. In 20 minutes, it will all be... That wind. It's from Aurora. Huh?
Hey. Shit, what was that thing? Wound up. Can't remember. Which one? Yeah. Now, time to switch this one.
「弱き者、醜き者であれば不満はありません。むしろ上がります。
リラックスリラックス、君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。
まだね、戦いですか。さて、手に入らない運命目によく言いました。それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。慈悲だ、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もなく、何人も通るにあたわず。
Easy.
鐘の音が聞こえる。
So, this is Camelot. City Ask. No, Queen Morgan built. But this is no time to be admiring it. The pool of magical energy stored here is incredible. I've seen many magical reactor cores before, but this easily surpasses them all. Yup, it's both the far end of the well and its center. And it's just as strong as the tower at the ends of the well we saw in the holy city of Camelot. Also, no matter how much things are going our way, we can't forget that Morgan still has the sacred lands. Be on your guard, everyone. There's still a chance she'll try to use Rongomeniad against us. So we need to make our way into the castle before she destroys the whole city.
You said it.
Right, we can't let Morgan do that. Not to Camelot, the city of the Round Table.
Rongomeniad? Excuse me, Lady Da Vinci, but what is Rongomeniad? Is it the name of a Tamlin? Though if it were, I'm sure I would have heard it before. Huh?
It's the lands they had right at the main gate. Have you guys really never heard of it? It's a truly massive burst of magical energy which can make a hole in the ground almost the size of the pit. No, wait. That's right. Of course you're right. Not a single person in Britain has ever seen Rongomeniad's light before. Morgan didn't use the sacred lands to conquer Britain. If she had, the aftermath would be impossible to miss.
Huh? But what about what Muramasa said?
That's true. I'm sure Rongomeniad does exist here. But she still never used it. Which means she must have conquered Britain all on her own. So then, why does she have fairies pay the existing tax? If she doesn't need it for Rongomeniad, what's all this magical energy being used for?
Good question. Tamlin Vargas has surrendered to the rebel army and forsaken her duty to guard the main gate. After briefly circling Camelot's airspace, Tamlin Lancelot has disappeared to parts unknown. There have been no reports of her defeat, though we believe she has deserted her post in defiance of her orders. The rebel army currently controls 60% of Camelot. 42 of the Queen's knights are still able to fight. We have blocked off the castle entrance using a movable partition, but we believe it is only a matter of time until the rebel army breaks through that as well. I can't believe it. They got through the main gate. Vargas turned traitor.
You see, I always knew we should never have trusted that damn black dog, let alone given her territory of her own. Not we have a tame giant. Why do the Northern Fairies even have creatures like that there? This is exactly what I hate about Northerners. Those hicks don't know the first thing about politics or economics. Just look at what those barbarians are doing to my prized shop. That's it. I demand the High Queen compensate me for damages. I haven't been paying for insurance all this time for nothing.
No. Now Lady Lancelot is gone too? Then who's going to kill the rebels? No, I can't have Knock Riaba here. I've been bad-mouthing her every day for years. She'll kill me for sure.
Oh, but the child prophecy will save me, right? Right?
Could it actually be that? Could the High Queen's army lose? But then, what's going to happen to us?
High Queen Morgan. Oh, wise and fair High Queen Morgan. What are we going to do? Should we surrender to them now? Maybe they'll stop if you give yourself up. You are right to be concerned. Vargas has revolted. Lancelot has defied her orders. The main gate has been smashed, and it is only a matter of time until the rebels control the city. Very well. Time for games with the Tamlin has come to an end. I shall change the course of this battle.
Whoa, the High Queen just stood up from her throne. This is wonderful. Great cheers for Her Majesty. But now what? The rebels aren't going to stop just because she's got up, right? Silence, officials! First, prostrate yourselves along the wall and shed tears of adoration. The High Queen is about to join the fray. This shall now be Her Majesty's battlefield.
It has been 2,000 years since I last exerted myself. I shall have to take care not to break them utterly in the opening moments.
Okay, here goes for that fight. That's strange. Shouldn't we be at the castle by now? This must be the movable partition I heard about. They said it could be used to alter the positions of Camelot's ramparts and even some of its buildings.
Oh, that explains it. I thought things looked different from the last time we were here.
I see. Then I guess some of these large buildings are actually part of the ramparts. In fact, now that I'm really looking, I can even see the rails on the ground. Even if they're only used to slide things horizontally, that's still impressive. That means we won't be able to take the route to the castle as we have it on our map. If they can move buildings around as they like, they can just as easily block off the entrance to the castle. Oh, you're right. Of course they would do that. Thank you, Mash. You've been a big help. If you hadn't said anything, I would have kept blindly searching for the entrance like an idiot.
No, not at all. I didn't do anything, really. I know I haven't had any time to talk to this Lostbelt version of Percival, but he's nothing like I imagined. If anything, it feels like I'm talking to someone around my own age. So, we can't trust our eyes to take us where we need to go, huh? In that case, it must be over there. The strongest magical energy signal is over that way, so that must be where the throne is.
Understood. Etoile, get the word out to the other troops. Tell them Camelot's terrain is malleable, so the maps may be unreliable. So you just want me to send an unencrypted message to anyone and everyone? No problem. Is that wind?
It's a wind tiding, a technique the Wind Clan used to carry the voices over long distances. The big problem is that other fairies can hear what you say too, so it's not good for secrecy. I guess only the most powerful Wind Clan fairies can use it to speak exclusively to specific individuals.
I see. So you can't use it for clandestine purposes, but it's perfect if you want to get the word out to lots of people at once. I guess that means not Riabat will hear it too, but that's okay. Right now, getting into a castle is our top priority. Right. I'd like to settle things before the Queen's Knights have a chance to regroup. Hang on. Is that Ash normal?
Atoya! Mash? So, that shield of yours is the round table. It seems proper human history majors are as lacking in fear as they are respect. You have taken the gathering place of your greatest heroes, the symbol of all who have sworn to defend their country, and turned it into your personal weapon. Not even I would think to go so far. Or is it precisely because you are from proper human history that you have gone to such depraved lengths? Perhaps you never cared what means to choose. Perhaps you never cared what means you chose if it meant your survival in the end. No way! How? And in the middle of the city!
It's really her. Morgan, Queen of Fairy Britain.
Of course I have come for you in my city. What cost could there be for me to wait until the rabble sullies my castle before crushing them? Camelot's throne is the linchpin of my Britain. I would never let you stain it with blood. Artoya, the Child of Prophecy, Sophros, Mage of Chaldea, and You, the servant who possesses the gallant Galahad's spirit urging. Well done on completing your pilgrimage. On that, I commend you. Once again, judgment has been passed on the 6 clans. Soon, all of Britain's ferries shall know salvation. And yet, it is all I can do to be sick at the thought. The bells of pilgrimage are a temporary salve at best. The fairies are all too quick to forget about your hard work. They remembered nothing of your struggle, your anger, your grief. Surely you realized as much by the time you rang the 2nd bell. And yet, you persisted in your pilgrimage. You have taken what is right and proper from this lost Britain. I trust you are pleased with yourself. Of course not. Don't talk to me about right and proper. I was only born because you abandoned your duty. If you'd just done your job like you were supposed to, you would never have had to become king. I don't know what the clan's original sin was, and I don't care. I just want to fulfill my duty and be done with it. Whatever struggles you went through as Ask, or how the Land of Fae first came about, none of that has anything to do with me. I didn't stand a chance against you before, but things are different now. So come on, Morgan, let's do this thing. Afterwards, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know what's right and what's not. I don't want to know anything about destiny either. Can't do anything about Britain's future or the outside world. I don't have some noble cause or grand ambition like you. All I know is that I want to win. That's the only part of myself I believe in. I see. So you still know nothing of your true identity, even after completing your pilgrimage. Come then, child prophecy. I will put an end to your absurd destiny myself. Artoria, my arch-enemy in proper human history, will never go anywhere, will never change anything. I will show you mercy. I will change what you cannot. Forget about going to the site of selection. It is time you went back to being the miserable village girl you once were.
I'm gonna have to look up the guide how I can beat her. Because this fight is just gonna be so freaking hard. How is it? And a boss guide, anyway. Oh. I'll try this my own method. Not sure. I can give it a try. Oh, wait.
さて、カウンティング最高のカードを君に。
では俺罠を仕掛けるのは楽しいね。やだね、戦いですか。やだね。
首を出せ、あの鐘の音が聞こえるか。首を出せ。信託は下った。
Oh, wait.
受け負った。信託は下った。
さて、こいつの効果は折り紙付きだぞ。
聞くがよい。万象は汝の名を指し示した。アズライ。
私にこのような。
Oh, so close. Damn it.
勝負に奇形も切り札もいらぬ。ただ従前に整え、当然に勝つのみ。語らずの陣、破れるものと。
Fuck. So close.
死になさい。召し上げましょう。分断する。さあトリムマウ、よろしく頼むよ。やります。へえ、そいつでいいのかね。了解です。
どこだ。
簡単に終わらないよ。逃がすものか。モルゴース、アコーロ。何の
背中受け負った。
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
どこだ。
分断する。分断する。召し上げましょう。
Man, why are you bullying her?
あまり悩ませないの。楽しくなるでしょう。
ツーマンの練習だな。じゃあこういうのはツーマンの練習だな。他にやることないの？
信託は下った。
よし、
背中を押せ。聞くがよい。万象は汝の名を指し示した。アズライ。
私にこのような。
無 だだ。
どこ
モルゴー許すものか。
Whoa! Holy fuck, man.
モルゴ
受け負ったどこだでは死ね
Ah, shit, I forgot. Ah.
そういいでしょう。私の足元で許しを
God
乞い
damn
な
it.
落ちよロードレスキャメロット。
I might as well just use a freaking
我はも
blue criticism just to get out of the way. I honestly can't find a way to beat this shit. It's just a bit of impossible.
狙いを定めてきた
Oh, what is this one says? I
さてカウンティングオーバー。
はいよっとおいほいはいよおいほいはいよっと潰れろそらそらそら
ah, damn,
我
so
が家に
close.
届かぬ者はいない
Hang on. Let me try this again. Try this again. I didn't want to activate the that thing, but then I don't know. Actually, no, because my Super Orion would lose his shit anyway. Because once that third breakpoint, he now has normal attack to remove all the buffs. There's this one I forgot. Ah.
苦情は女神によろしくはいよほいほいはいよ潰れろそらそらそらせい我が家の届かぬ者はいない
Oh, come on! No!
モルゴー
Why?
消えなさい。逃がすものか。
Shit!
簡単に終わらないよ。
Why wouldn't it work?
ご要望とあらば
はいよっとほいほい
切り込む。
潰れろ123
手に入らないの死になさい。アコール
猫の手の
死になさい。さてどこから潰したものか。
狙いを定めてと
I know I'm gonna lose this shit.
愛がはいよはいよっとあなんか嫌な予感がするやべえアルテミス怒ってるやー首絞めないでやる夢か潰れろ解放
I obviously gonna have to use that blue cube to revive. I come all the way this far.
私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよロードレスキャメロット。
アルテミス
あまり悩ませない
I'm using it now. Ley
の
Line
楽しくな
Stone.
るでしょ。
I have lots. So fucking impossible.
さてカウンティング君に全チップをかけよう。頼むぞ。
今のうちに準備確平戦行きます。
いや
運命
信託枠選んだな
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
聞くがよい万象は汝の名を指し示したアズライ
私にこのような。
どこだ
Yes! Oh!
ありがとうございます。 皆さんのお
Thank
かげ
God
で
you
す
didn't fucking miss your crit chances for me, Gramps. God, I hate this fight so much.
You have mortally wounded me. I have not been gravely harmed since my battle with Mab. See now how you managed to excite so many Lostbelts. Now I, too, go to the same fate as the other Lostbelt kings you defeated. Be that as it may, I must say this, young foreign mage. The spells you wield in this isolated Lostbelt are so powerful as to defy belief. Should you have the chance to do so in the future, I suggest you think back to where things began. What is Chaldea? For what purpose was race shifting originally devised? Huh? What? Queen Morgan's Spirit Urgent has vanished? There's no mistaking it. We beat her? Hang on. Sure, she was ridiculously powerful. Sure, we're way too worn out to fight anyone anymore. But she never actually told us anything. Not about Rongomeniad, not the truth about the land of the Fae. She basically quit. I mean, lost while she was ahead. We still have a ton of questions with no answers. Maybe so, but I don't think Queen Morgan would have told us anything even if we had lost. She never did say more than she had to. Morgan, she was all alone, right to the end.
Don't feel good about winning?
Well, no, I guess not. I mean, as Wicked Queens go, maybe she was a bit of a letdown? I don't know. I was steeling myself for her to do something way worse. Kind of a weird thing to think after we finally ended things without losing anyone.
You keep calling her queen, huh? Excuse me. I'm not sure why you're all so gloom, but the fact of the matter remains. We defeated Queen Morgan. It is not cause for celebration right now. I'll have a wind tiding sent to let the whole army know. That should put an end to the battle.
Yeah, okay. Sucks for Knock Knock Riaba, but it looks like we were the ones to finally defeat Queen
Toya, you daft idiot!
Huh?
Oberon?
You are indeed blessed in your companions, Artoria. In that alone, you and I are equal. But now, you have lost one. Next, another. The servant who tried to take my head is gone as well. Those with you here now shall be next. I think. You will do, Percival. Gah! That spell! So powerful! It came from the sky! No way! That's... Did you truly believe defeating one of me would end this battle? It seemed then that I have been far too gentle in my rule over Fairy Britain. I should have taught you better. Any capable mage should be able to create copies of us, each with her own abilities. Look to the sky. It is time you face the reality of your situation.
I don't think anyone else has noticed something is off. Lancash's report. Soldiers screaming. Storms of destruction erupting all across Camelot. Knock-Knock Riaba's troops, Muramasa dashing through the city of his own, on his own, and other brigades that had split up are all being attacked by the same enemy. It's Morgan. They're all fighting Morgan! Could they be magecraft familiars she created? No, that's not it. Judging by the quality of that magecraft, it has to be Morgan herself. Those are thought copies. Clones of Morgan with the exact properties of the original. The real Morgan still hasn't budged from the throne. She never needed the Tamlin at all. I can't believe this. How could I have screwed up so badly? I should have known a queen whose rule Britain for 2,000 years wouldn't go down this easily. We should never have waged a war against her. We should have taken her by surprise and assassinated her. There was no point at all in putting together an army to match hers. Morgan alone is more powerful than every soldier in Britain combined. Could have massacred the entire rebel army on her own whenever she wanted, without even stepping off her throne. Bollocks! Blanca, where's Silfrost's group? Where's Artoria? Shrink down to my smaller form and jump onto the Sphinx moth's back. Frustrated flimsy wings can't carry me faster. Getting a bad feeling about this. Not about anyone else, of course. Don't know anything about other people's fortunes. I only know about my own. And it's been telling me for a long time that my role is going to end here in this battle for Camelot.
Hurry! Hurry! It's okay if they lost to Morgan. They can always try again. But if they win, everything will be over. I just know Artoria's going to drop her guard once they win. Why didn't I warn them? I should have told them they need to keep fighting until they reach the throne, even if they won a battle or two.
And so, by the time I found them, it was too late to warn them. I had to make a choice. Do I protect Silfrost or Artoria? By process of elimination, I knew Silfrost would be okay. He's a spectator, just like I am. Fate won't demand his life today. No, the only one I needed to rescue is that idiot girl. The girl who always leaps without looking, has no self-esteem whatsoever, but is also fiercely competitive and frustratingly obstinate. The girl who keeps hold of her weird hang-ups like she's cradling a precious jewel in both hands. Artoria, you daft idiot! Well, I guess I'd like it if nighttime was warmer. I haven't told anyone else, though. It's too embarrassing. I remember a winter from years past. A completely ordinary, uneventful winter. There was no time to run, or even to say goodbye. I hate to go out like this, but oh well. I guess this is just one of those things you can't see coming, like a falling chandelier. Now, even though it's a bit early to hibernate, I can feel winter's light enfolding my body. Alright, this one. Just gonna be a quick one. Not really. It was a storm that appeared out of nowhere, a curtain call given with no warning. The Queen's shadows that appeared in Camelot skies mercilessly ravaged the ground. Those who tried to retreat found new walls blocking their path. Any who thought to hide in nearby buildings quickly learned that the Queen was willing to burn her own city to the ground to kill those who dared to rise against her. It was cruelly methodical. There could be no hope of fighting back. The rebels could only wait for death. Soon, the advancing army's cries turned to screams of retreat. When they realized escape was impossible, their cries turned into despair. In the skies above was no queen. She was a witch, the Witch of Britain. She was an avatar of death. Her only purpose was to torment and destroy the fairies of the land.
Oberon! Everyone! We're a master too? Are they really? I will not spare a single member of the rebel army, nor the foreign mage, nor his companions. That is the price of thinking you could hope to defeat me after but a single pilgrimage. All foolishness enough to hail you as a savior shall pay it. You and your mission both end here. My fairy Britain has no need of paradise for the outside world. Shit. Alright, let's go with that Team Artoya. Or Saberface is where you want to call. I'm going out. I'm going all out. Team Artoya, assemble. What? Do this again.
全力を尽くしましょう。遠慮はしませんとも。はい、
もちろん。
えい、と
どうでしょう。
あまり悩ませない。死になすあの人。さて、どこから潰したものか。ロックオン。
もちろん。
狙い撃ちです。手に入らない。簡単に終わらないように手に入らないように。
行きます。やります。どうでしょう。ここでまっすぐそこ動かない。
慈悲神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もなく何人も通るにあたわず。もう少し簡単に終わらないように手に入らないように。
I want you. What are you guys all doing? Oh, right, because of that delay buff. Forgot about that one.
突撃。そうですね。せい。えい。せい。あまり悩ませないように。楽しくなるでしょう。そう、いいでしょう。私の足元で許しを乞いなさい。落ちよ。ロードレスキャメロット。つまずいてし危ない。こんな。
No points after the battle ends. It seems I needn't have been concerned about Merlin aiding you. How truly heartless he is. I have fallen. They're all. That's right. They are all going to die, and it is your fault. Came here with weak resolve, no chance of victory, and no trust in anyone. This is the result. Head of Avalon the Bay, my comrade who has blindly followed the prophecy, dead end. You will have no thanks. You will have no help. You will go unrewarded, uncelebrated, unrecognized. You will die all alone, on a bloody hill, just as your counterpart did in proper human history. The child prophecy fate was sealed the moment you chose to save Britain. You see, you cannot save what is already dead. Rather than fighting me, you should have fought the duty that brought you to me. Huh? Did she just disappear? Hear me? Can you hear me? This is Aurora, head of the Wind Clan. I'm sorry I can't aid you in battle, but I hope I can at least be of help now. I only hope every fairy in Britain will hear what I have to say.
It's Aurora. Her voice is carrying all throughout Camelot. Camelot.
At this very moment, brave fairies are in Camelot, fighting to defeat Queen Morgane. The Queen possesses a great power, but our love and respect for her has been even greater. She has personally protected our Britain for over 2,000 years. I am sure there is not a fairy in the land who does not owe her a debt. However, even bearing in mind all she has done for us, she has done other terrible things that I cannot ignore. Those of you fighting Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgane's true identity and what she has been doing in the shadows of our history.
Look at them go! Those pathetic rebel army soldiers are running for their lives. That's what those lower class fairies get for entering Camelot without permission. Look, now they're calling for help after finding their escape route cut off. Why are you happy about this? My mansion is gone. At least the rebels were destroying the entire city. Your Majesty, please stop this. Can't you, cast a spell that will kill them without damaging our property? Don't be ridiculous. This is the best show I've seen in ages. It's like a festival out there. This is how war should be.
That Muramasa servant is more durable than I realized. 2 more clones should do for him. 3 should suffice for the child prop. Murdoch,
Your Majesty. What the? Why did Murdoch just collapse? He's one of the High Queen's personal bodyguards. He should be way stronger than a regular knight. Bow down. Kneel before her. You are in the presence of Her Majesty, Guardian of Britain, Lord of the Fang Clan. Revel in her glory.
what is that? Where did it come from? Guards, what are the guards doing? Woodrose. So, you are alive. Did you come by the secret underground path? I must have told you of it in the war against the Moors. That was 1,000 years ago. I'm impressed you still remember.
Of course, I did. You told it to me. In confidence, just in case. I have never forgotten, even for a moment. Your Majesty, please, tell me, Your Majesty, where is the child prophecy? Where is Barrel Gut? No. No. Never mind trivialities like that. Why did you not send me reinforcements? Why did you abandon the Fang Clan to our deaths? Please, tell me, Your Majesty. High Queen Morgane.
Reinforcement. Ah, you mean the attack on Londinium. What a strange thing to ask. I did send you reinforcements. Not that it seems to have done you any good. So, you still insist on trusting Her Majesty. Very well, but please, remember this. If Her Majesty tells you she did not send reinforcements, then all is well. Because that would mean she trusted you enough to believe you have no need of them. But if she tells you she did send them, she is lying. That will be a lie meant to fool you, to conceal her decision to discard the Fang Clan. You were there. You know for certain she didn't send reinforcements. There is no escaping that truth. If Her Majesty claims otherwise, then you will know she thinks you and your clan are worthless.
Morgan. Morgan! He's mad. Woodworks has gone mad. He's knocked Her Majesty to the floor. Somebody stop him before he beats her to death. Have you gone mad as well? There's no way we can stop Woodrose. I know I'm not going to try. Holy fuck. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! Our clan has been loyal to you for over 2,000 years. I've been loyal to you for 1,000, and you made a mockery of it all. You never loved us. You never cared about us. Die, 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 die! I don't need a ruler who doesn't love me. Die, you damn witch! I should never have trusted you. I should be Britain's king. I'm an A-ray. I should stand over all others. Fairy Britain. A kingdom just for us fairies? What a load of shit! If it wasn't for you...
You fool. After all the trouble I took to teach you manners. Your eyes are so bloodshot. You should see how absolutely horrible you look. Your fur is as soft as ever. Ah, young Woodrose. My brave Woodrose. Your fur was always the warmest, most precious thing in all of Britain.
What have I done? How could I have been so foolish? Can't believe I had to hear you say that. You finally understand. Forgive me. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I should have known how much you loved me. Your Majesty, thank goodness you're all right. But perhaps you should rest now. You're in no condition to... What are you saying? There are still rebel troops out there. They need dealing with. Come, Your Majesty. The throne is this way. Please, show them how strong you truly are. Show us why you are Britain's rightful ruler.
You need not tell me. Now, where is... Ah, yes. The throne is that way.
No, Your Majesty. You won't be returning to the throne. You have no right to do it.
So, you were the one who set Woodrose on me. If you are so eager to die, Spriggan, I will be happy to accommodate you here and now.
No, that won't be necessary. I do often wonder how many years I have left, but that's not relevant right now. No, this time, I have good reason to believe I can win. In fact, I think this may well be my only chance at victory. Fairy Britain was a wonderful kingdom. I doubt anyone else can claim to have ruled over a nation on their own for 2,000 years. It was, however, a little dull. Art can never hope to flourish in a nation that is forbidden from interacting with other cultures. A nation that experiences neither prosperity nor decline can hardly be called a nation at all. Britain is not your own private garden, Queen Morgan. It's time you put such childish dreams behind you.
I have failed to realize the extent to which you underestimated me. Impressive. Even were there nothing more than my head left of me, mere foot soldiers could never hope to kill me. Avalon. Sith. Thank you, Miss Witch. Thank you for doing all this for me. Everyone says you're a witch, but I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you for doing this for me, even though I don't deserve it. I do hope you can rest in peace now. You deserve it.
In the beginning, before I had a single companion, I was known as a witch rather than a savior. One day, I awoke an orphanage with all the knowledge my other self had sent me. The Morrigan of proper human history. The fairy queen who entrusted everything to me, even knowing it would cost her her life. That was when I learned of Morrigan's fate. She never found a place where she belonged in proper human history. She was born to be Britain's heir, yet she lost that to King Arthur. Morrigan, the Isle of Britain, was everything. Without it, she herself was worthless. But when she lost Britain, she lost her worth. She must have been heartbroken, seeing what became of this Britain when she was summoned here. But at the same time, I think she had another thought as well. This time, I can succeed. Since she never had anywhere to belong, it was understandable that she would give so much to protect this place when she thought it offered her that chance. I had a duty to paradise, but I knew that duty would result in Britain's destruction. This other me, though, loved Britain dearly, even this Lostbelt version of it. I thought about it and realized I wanted the same thing she did. From then on, I chose to live as her.
Witch! 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 You were the only one to survive the calamity.
But to do that, I would have to do something about the fairies. Countless times, I stopped the calamities. Countless times, I mediated clan disputes to end wars. Countless times, I was cursed and scorned as a witch. Countless times, I had my spirit broken. I did not mind. It was never the fairies I loved. I only ever loved Britain itself and the home I would make there. It would be my very own Britain, something that was forever beyond my reach in proper human history. I did everything I could to make it a reality. Eventually, though, I realized the best way to do that was to keep the fairies safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this water. But I want you to have it, Miss Witch. You worked so hard.
After many long years, I even came to like that method. I gained companions I could trust, learned how to handle myself better. I grew comfortable with pretending to be a savior, good at it even. I also changed my name to Ask, thinking it would make the fairy who gave me that name happy now that I was a savior. Later, I lost Londinium, and my companions distanced themselves from me. But it was okay. I would get it right this time. I would make my ideal Britain. That was my sole purpose for living. It's what the other me gave her life for. My very own Britain. My very own land of the Fae. I was originally planning to make it into an even more brutal country, but I relented, so as not to make her too sad. I let my subjects laugh. I let them have fun. I let them forge connections and make advancements. I hope the state of affairs continues forever and ever. I'm a traitor to humanity. I had to turn my back on my duty to paradise to accomplish it, but I made my dream come true. I know this place is cut off from the outside thanks to the wall at the end of the well, but it's still in the same place geographically. I expect that one day, guests from proper human history will come pay it a visit. When they do, I like to ask them what they think of it. Is it beautiful? Is it like a dream made real? I hope they think it is. Nothing could possibly make me happier. Welcome to Fairy Britain, fair guest. I hope you remember its beautiful beauty for the rest of your lives.
Huh? I told you how you underestimated me. that even has no more than a head. I could.
What should we do now? Spriggan's trying to overthrow the queen, right? Does that mean Spriggan's the new king? But Queen Morgan's still alive.
Yeah, but she can only use her left hand now. How can she defeat the rebel army like that?
Hang on. But what will happen to us? The rebels kill us all. Do we help Her Majesty? Spriggan won't stand a chance against the rebels. Maybe Queen Morgan can still do something if she gets back to the throne. No way. Just look at what a mess she is now. I don't want to touch her. Besides, showing either side support could go badly for us. Yeah, good point. We should just see how things play out and go with the winner.
However, even bearing in mind all she has done for us, she has done other terrible things that I cannot ignore. Those of you fighting in Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgan's true identity and what she has been doing in the shadows of our history. That's a wind titan from Aurora. What she's going to tell us? Everything that's happened here in Fairy Britain has been one woman's selfish scheme. Ajax the Savior is remembered for having saved Faykind in the Fey era. But she was never a fairy of this Britain. She is an enemy who came from another world. Her goal, her only goal, was to rule Britain for herself. To that end, she summoned countless calamities and broke the bonds that bind our clans. The worst of her crimes was the destruction of Londinium. Uther was supposed to be Britain's rightful king, and she killed him, shattering the unity of the clans. All because she couldn't stand anyone else being king. Then, thanks to all the blood spilled and hatred fomented through that conflict, that great calamity became the worst one in history. There are only a few fairies left who were still alive back then to remember this. But 2,000 years ago, our Britain was completely destroyed.
Huh? What's Aurora talking about? Us? Destroyed? That can't be right. If that were true, why are there still fairies around today?
No. Perhaps it would have been better if the great calamity had wiped us out. At least then, the few fairies to survive could have gone on to create a peaceful Britain. But that never happened. After Ajax, Morgan the Witch survived Londinium's destruction. She hatched a truly terrible scheme. She decided to use our precious world tree for her own selfish desires. She stole all the magical energy stored inside the tree, leaving it a dry, dead husk in the process, and used that energy to resurrect us. I believe the method she used is known as the Chaldean summoning system. The command spells we all bear were not inscribed on us in Camelot. We are born with them. They are a sign that we are Morgan's slaves, that our only purpose is to offer up our time and magical energy to her. This is how the witch created her new Britain, and had the audacity to call it the era of the High Queen. The reason Britain's land has never expanded further, why we cannot make effective use of humans, and why the great calamity destroyed our land, is all because she made it that way. Please know this. For over 2,000 years, the fairies of Britain have been used and abused solely to satisfy the witch's greed. Morgan is that witch. She is a false king who came from paradise to rule over us. While she is to be commended for protecting Britain from the Moors, she is unworthy of our love or respect. So please, fairies of Camelot, ask yourselves this. Who is Britain's true enemy? To whom should we entrust our land?
How could she do that to us? She's terrible. Horrible.
You're right, she is. How dare she call herself a queen? Really, when you think about it, what do we need her for anyway?
Uh-oh. They're even more worked up. They're even more worked up than I expected. Go back to where you came from, witch! You don't belong here! Damn, even throwing things at her isn't stopping her. Fine then, we'll just have to use the soldiers' swords. Yeah, good idea. You can't fool us any longer, witch!
You. What are you?
Shut up! It's all your fault our world is so terrible.
You're wrong. I must get back to the throne without me.
How dare you destroy our world over and over, especially when you can't do anything on your own?
Stop. Stop. Somebody. Please.
Witch, you could have made a much better world, but no, you just had to be lazy about it.
Stop. Please. I must get to the throne.
Useless witch, worthless fairy, false queen. We don't need a pathetic ruler like you.
Put me back on the throne. I don't want to lose Britain again.
Phew, she finally stopped. Too stupid to quit, even as she was dying, huh? Serves her right, though. She brought this on herself by tormenting us all those years.
By the way, who's that filthy fairy on the floor over there?
Alright, let's finish this. And then it will be like about the week after for Act 3. See what's happening to wrap up in conclusion of Act 2. That bell. Does that mean... Attention everyone! We just received a message from Knock Knock Riaba's army. I have arrived at the throne and rung the bell of victory as proof. As for Queen Morgan, Aurora's knights executed her in the throne room. The former queen's official have been captured. The throne room shall be placed under supervision of Knock Knock Riaba's army. And Spriggan, who is instrumental in bringing Morgan to justice, shall be temporarily appointed head of the 6 clans.
Executed? So, Morgan's dead?
That's right. They said her body was horribly mutilated, and that we won't have to worry about a successor appearing. The Queen's knights have been surrendering all across the land. And once we recover from our wounds, we're all to assemble in the throne room as well. It's a shame you weren't able to take the throne for yourself, Lady Artoria. But at least the battle's over now, and we're victorious! Things are going to be busy in a different way now. We'll have to prepare the coronation ceremony for Queen Morgan's success. No, the leader of our new Britain.
Why do you always do this, Balbon Sith?
She cradled me in her arms and wept for me as though she were the one suffering. But I'm already dead. I'm always dead.
Oh, it's too late. I'll find you after it's over. No matter how many times you're reborn, this is always what happens to you. Every time you are used, deceived, manipulated, discarded after you've broken. You should get angry at the fairies who deceive you. You should run away if they mistreat you. So why? Why do you always forgive them?
Sorry, Miss Witch. I'm sorry I died again. I don't remember anything from my predecessors' lives, but thank you for always crying for me. But it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm a hopeless failure of a fairy. This is the only way I can be of any help. So if using me up makes life better for everyone else in the village, that must be a good thing.
That is not true. In all my many years in Britain, you were the only one to ever thank me. I will save you. I will. I promise. swear I will find your next generation's success before those accursed fairies do. And this time I will make you happy. But I was still hopeless. No matter how many times Mother found me, I always ended up like this. Avalon Sith exists for a whole village. Avalon Sith always has a smile on her face. As a kind fairy, I always wound up a slave to others. So after I died in Darlington, and my soul was so worn down I would never be reborn again, Mother brought me back to life and told me this. You must be evil. You must be cruel. It is the only way you will survive. If it would let you live a happy life, even just once, I would give up my dream. My Britain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mother. Even that didn't work. I do hate fairies. They were always so mean to me. I never had any friends because I was always so filthy. But then I met one fairy I could have a normal conversation with. How strange. I hate all of Britain's fairies, but it was so easy to talk to her. What was her name again? And what was that city called? What happened afterwards? She's guilty too. She's Morgan's daughter, so she's guilty too. Let's tear her apart. She made our lives hell. Ah, gross. Her limbs have rotted. What shall we do with her? We'll just have to cut her up and throw the pieces away. Let's throw her out the window behind the throne. She's done the same to so many other fairies. Bye-bye, Morgan's little princess. With both of you gone, we'll get to keep living in a castle forever. Couldn't stop them. Couldn't stop them. I saw them pulverizing Mother, but I was too scared to stop them. I give up. I'm tired. I don't want to be here anymore. I know. I'll run away. I'll disappear. And look, there's a big dark hole right there. Right there. So none knows. So none knows. So none knows the scary guide. The one thing Mother feared. The bright red eyes at the bottom of the pit. The lid of the apocalypse she could never close, even after trying for 2,000 years. And I got the Holy Grail. Booyah. Behold and rejoice, for the Winter Queen lay vanquished. May your works recognized. Britain enters a new age. The denouement to this tale will be held at the cathedral in the coming days. So then, may you find respite in your journey. Quest will unlock on July 10th, 2023 at 1 o'clock a.m. PDT. Well, guess we'll just have to wait until the week after to be released. Especially that bunch of memorial quest and some anniversary stuff upcoming by this weekend. So can't wait to see what's happening on that. Anyway, I'll see you guys in about the week after. Those are Act 3 for conclusion to wrap things up for Avalon the Bay. So I'll see you guys in the next part of the live stream for this Fate Grand Order. So, peace out and have a good night.